on, y'all. I do not own the rights to this music,
We do
okay?
not own the rights to this music. Y'all hear that?
We do not own the rights to this music.
Oh man, they might.
We do not own the rights to this music. I need a minute.
Start encoding. It says encode. Put that on.
This already started. Oh, already started. This ain't disconnected.
No, hit stop. Hit start.
We do not own the rights to this music, everybody.
What's up, y'all? Listen, I don't own the rights to this music. So I don't want Instagram and Facebook to get crazy and block my lives, all right? I don't own the rights to this music. You hear me? I'm on the radio station. You hear me? This is where we at right now. Y'all tuned in. This me. I'll see the number behind me. You me? Call up, holler at me. I already know. What's up, homie? Mario, what's the deal?
All right, y'all. I'm sorry that we are running a little tiny bit late.
Right.
But we are here now. So tonight's topic is about violence in Philly. So we're going to talk about some of the current events that just happened, as well as some prevention, some root of the problem. We want to just discuss anything. Don't forget to call in once we start talking. Share your thoughts, share experiences, things you've been through, went through, any ideas or suggestions you have. We're going to start, and I have a guest here. And can you introduce yourself to my guest?
My name's Fat Boy Stern. I'm an artist and I'm an advocate for the streets of Philadelphia. Right.
Look at him smiling. And he also has his brother here. Introduce yourself to.
My name is Briefcase Bug, CEO, one half of NBU Records and Studios.
Okay. So I reached out to them as well as some other people in Philly, but I just like for everybody to know he had no hesitation.
Not at all.
And he was ready and willing, and we came out. And so I thank both of y'all for coming out tonight.
Appreciate it.
So we're going to start by just discussing some of the things where we think the root of the problem is what's going on in Philly.
Okay.
I did jot a few things down, and we'll just go over them.
Right.
One of the first things I put, and it's not in any particular order, the first thing I put was, I think that we have a lack of resources. Our school systems took out all the programs for music, and some even took some out from athletics.
Right.
And our libraries closed down.
Right.
So a lot of programs that they had for our children to get to experience different things are now gone.
Right.
So how do y'all feel about that part?
First of all, they closed all the schools down.
Mm-hmm.
They forget they did all that, but they closed the schools down completely.
Mm-hmm.
Which made certain kids have to go to a school all the way over in East Blip, but they ain't got no car fare, no bus money, because it's poverty and they poor and they can't get there, so now they ain't going to school anyway.
Yeah. One of the good things I think that did happen in the school system, but different people had their own perspectives about it, is the uniform situation.
I like that.
And I like it as well because it sort of wings out the kids who can and who can't afford. But then you had the sneakers.
Right.
And then it's always the upkeep.
See, that's the issue. See, the sneakers is the issue. Because my kids go to school. So my son, he won all the Jordans. So he might got on the blue with the tan with the blue. But he got fresh Jordans on, you know what I'm saying? So it's always a way.
It's always something. But even with the upkeep, if you upkeep and keep the clothes clean and all that, it's always ways. You can't say, oh, well, some people can't afford. You can always hand wash things and all that other kind of stuff. So I think that the uniforms were a good idea. But they did take a lot of the resources out in school. Now, when I was going to school, they had Glee Club. They had home economics. Let me tell you, I couldn't sing a lick. But I was singing my ass off in Glee Club, okay? I was sitting, and I'm sure I was in the first row singing. My mom was right there to watch me, okay?
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I was in Glee Club too.
You was in Glee Club?
Hell yeah.
What's some of the songs you was singing?
We used to I believe the children are our future.
I thought you was gonna say I believe I could fly.
Oh, that was my graduation
That was my
song.
graduation song too. I was about to say.
Boy, I was hyped. We can't
was
see
doing
that
the
no more.
sword and all that. We was going on it.
I sung R. Kelly, boy. I was hyped. You couldn't tell
And
me
then
nothing.
something else we had home economics.
Yeah.
Where it taught us how to cook.
How to cook, right?
It taught us how to sew.
Yeah.
Wood shop.
Yeah, wood shop.
I had home economics on Friday, so we was making all types.
Oh, you really went? Cause you remember the
Yeah, I was there.
yes.
What? I was popping on.
Yes.
I was popping in my school, so I had to. I was there, like I'm in there.
And actually, I had that in middle school.
Oh,
Home
yeah?
economics, I had that in middle school.
What middle school you went to?
Wagner, Uptown.
Oh,
Okay.
Wagner, Uptown. I ain't go. I was in North Philly. Matter of fact, I'm lying. In middle school, I went to Fittler Academic Plus on what's that? Wayne and Seymour.
Okay.
It was like a lottery pick school, so I got picked to go to that school. So I was at Fittler Academic Plus. I was on Wayne Avenue, Happy Hollow.
Well, surprisingly, somebody just told me recently that they took some sports out of some schools too, and I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like what? Like basketball, football, and all
I
that?
didn't even ask the specifics. I just was like, damn, they took away sports. Like,
That's
we
what the kids be
excel in
going
some of
for.
that stuff.
Yeah. They don't want us to excel.
They don't want us to excel.
You know what's crazy about black kids?
Mm.
Any sport that they play, they become the best at it.
Listen, anything that we do.
Anything we do, swimming, golf,
soccer,
hockey.
Mhm.
People don't even know blacks play hockey, but some of the best goaltenders in hockey is black. Man.
Mhm.
Best goalies, you know what I'm saying? It's black.
All right, the next thing I had is mental health. Now, the reason I put mental health, because there's so many things that fall under mental health. I think, personally, this is why so many of our men, oh, you mentally challenged?
Who?
Yeah.
We all are. What you talking about? Don't y'all blame it on me. Yeah. I got some stories for that. Don't worry.
No, listen, but you know what? I feel like a lot of our people, a lot of us, we don't like counseling.
Right.
We think that counseling is like taboo.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we really need help because we be having issues in a black household stemming from our parents or the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the in and out, the drugs, a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And that mentally damages a lot of children. And that's when you're developing as a child.
Yeah.
So as you get older, you have these mental issues and they're not taken care of. And then some of them are anger issues and they manifest as you get older. And we don't learn how to deal with anger at a young age. So when you don't know how to deal with anger at a young age, you begin to be an angry teenager, then an angry adult. Yeah. And you don't know because you were never taught how to deal with your anger.
Right.
Or you might have been taught that it's not okay to cry as a man. It's not okay to talk to somebody, a counselor or another authority or figure or whoever. Right. So I feel like, mental health is a serious, serious thing in our community as well.
Yeah, it is. Like right now, I go to the therapist. Yeah.
I do.
And I lay on that couch, and I talk to her. You mean because sometimes my mind just be all over the place, so I be needing to talk.
I remember. I'm gonna be honest. Like a couple years ago, right when I had that miscarriage, I lived. Listen, let everybody know I'm an open book, and I had a miscarriage, and that was the one time in my life that I felt like I could not save myself. Any other thing that happens to me, I could talk myself out of it like, screw, you got this. Like, put your big girl, but I couldn't save myself. And I sat on that lady couch every week. And I was like, listen, miss, I don't even know why I kept going, but
it started to feel good after a while.
And I was like, you know what? You can't help me. Like, y'all probably couldn't fix my damn life. But listen, it was helpful, but I was like, you can't help me. I said, because what I'm dealing with is grief.
Right.
And there's no time limit on grief. And there's no way that you can specifically deal with grief. But me talking to her and just saying how I felt about so many things, we wind up talking about other stuff that ain't had nothing to do with my situation. Right. Just getting it out sometimes feels so good. Yeah. How you feel after you do therapy?
Keep it bottled up. That's where the stress comes in. Mm-hmm. Stress kills too.
Yes, it is.
So maybe you need to talk to somebody, but they talk to somebody too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy? Me and my therapist, right? We so official now, right? Mm-hmm. I'm her therapist.
She tells
like I coming in, she tell me we switch roles. I'm like, well, listen, I'm good today. I feel great. What's up with you?
I'm surprised when sometimes some of the people that follow my page, I be like, wow, this person follows me. Like I have therapists that follow me on my pages. I'm like, wow.
They be needing to hear it
too.
Because you just think think about all the problems and all the stuff that they hear on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? I know that probably drive them insane, man. They probably gotta go home with that and be like, man, these kids probably like, yo, what's wrong with you? Yo, you crazy. You need help, mom or dad.
Yeah,
Different personalities.
definitely. I think another problem in our community is lack of finances. So some of us don't have the education. We don't have, I'll say, life skills as well as working skills. I'm not saying everybody, of course, I'm just speaking in general. And people are hungry out here.
Starving.
People need money. And it's like you go to these jobs and it's like they treat you different because you look different. And one of the things that I was saying, because my place of work, I'm gonna say that I don't like to put that, but my place of work, right? It's crazy because I'm at a certain level, a pretty good level at my job, but I see certain people that's at a higher level than I, and they don't even speak to you, and I'm like, well, bitch.
They lose you, right?
And I'm like, I can't understand it, and I will say like doctors and stuff, and I'm like, we look alike, so.
Right.
At what point do we not speak? Because you're the same type of person that had the mom that's like, I'm trying to send my daughter to Africa so she can go on this thing for her doctorate degree, and you got the whole community rooting for you, and we all behind you because we want you to be successful. And then when you get to the place, you walk right past my black ass.
Yeah, see that's the problem with this world today. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because when people get in a higher bracket or a higher class than you are, they think they can look down on you when they should be trying to pull you up. You feel what I'm saying?
So I know.
That's what's wrong with our community. That's what's wrong with the world today, man. Once a person gets to a certain level, they get this attitude like they better than you, like they don't know where they came from or what they had to do to get to this level. You know what I'm saying? So
when I say I'm nice to everybody, when I go to the I ain't gonna say Chick-fil-A because they got their own different type of reputation and shit. But when I go to Wendy's and McDonald's, I'm so nice to these people because I know like y'all have a hard day. I know people got extra fry hot and all that. I know the people that y'all do. But it's crazy how people will really look down on you. Like I check people. I don't care who you are, what your title is. I was telling everybody like at my job now, I'm real particular about people saying hello, good morning, thank you. Right. Don't ask me about nothing until you acknowledge me.
Right.
Hello, good morning, and then we'll go from there. But this doctor one time, she comes up and she's like, you know where the paper is? I said, good morning, it's over there. Next day she came in, good morning, do you know where the paper is? I kindly put it in her hand. Here you go. I'm glad you got it right. Then when she sees me, she speaks and it's hello, hi, how you doing? That's how it's supposed to be.
For sure.
But a lot of people don't like to lift up the next person like you say. And it's not costing you nothing. It's not taking nothing from you. So why not?
And that's what I
they might feel like they lift you up, you're gonna go, you're gonna excel higher than them, even though if that's what happens, that's the case, then so be it.
Oh, we were talking about okay. Because I was about to say,
But no, that's why like at the end of the day, like me, that's my brother, we both own the company and all that, but I'm gonna treat the janitor just like the CEO. You know what I'm saying? Respectful wise. You know what I'm saying?
And let me ask you this: where did you learn that from?
I just learned that from my mom growing up. You gotta give everybody the respect you want. So I'm not going just because you the janitor and you taking out trash, don't mean I'm gonna treat you different than I take out the person that's on the treat you different than the person that's on the computer and doing something different. I'm gonna give y'all the same respect and everything because you never know what his struggle is. You know what I'm saying? You never know. He might own the building. He just want to be a janitor today. You dig what I'm saying? Because I know people that own stuff.
A long time ago, one of my grandma's friends, I forgot exactly how the story is, but I got enough of it to be able to share it with y'all. Basically, what happened is some type of accident happened outside. So one of my grandma's friends when she was little, when she was younger.
Right.
And her face was cut. And guess who came to save her and fix her face up? A bum.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Because it's bums with degrees.
Yeah.
Like you never know what somebody else has. Just like I tell people at work, I'm sitting behind this desk, but I have businesses.
Right.
That
I'm
I
doing
have
something.
in my early 20s.
Yeah, definitely.
You never know what people have or what they possess. And that's one of the things in our community that we need to get out of, not wanting the next person to succeed. Because the more of us that make it, the better it is. The better it is.
That's different windows and doors, man.
Exactly.
See See,
Yeah.
but people don't really want. I don't know. In the world, I'm different, but a lot of people they just don't want to see the next person win. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's going to take for it to stop, but people feel as though like I ain't going to help them because they might give me a bad. You know what I'm saying?
People
Oh no,
like
we
us
definitely
gonna
gonna
stop
stop it. Oh, that's for sure.
We gonna
That's
stop
without a
it.
doubt. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna have no choice. 'Cause I'm gonna be outspoken and do what I need to do. You feel me?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hi, Yvette. All right. The next one of the things I have is bullying.
Yeah.
Um, we'll get into the situation that a lot of people already know about that just recently happened
Right.
about the person that committed suicide due to bullying. But
Mm-hmm.
it's physical bullying,
Right.
it's mental bullying,
Mm-hmm.
it's social media bullying,
Cyberbullying.
cyberbullying,
Mm-hmm.
and that's horrible because just think about it. I was bullied when I was young, believe it or not. I was bullied, but everybody had to bully me in groups and stuff like that because I wasn't like
Right.
I
Right.
was
Right.
just tiny and small and looked a little timid, but I had the heart of a lion.
Turned up.
But I had made a promise to myself, and I always talk about this. I made a promise to myself that I would never let anybody make me feel less than.
Yeah.
And if they did, I would make them feel the same way.
Make them feel the pain.
And not that I never have bad intentions and try to hurt people, but I need to let people know words do hurt. All that you can call me names and names don't hurt me. That's that shit.
No,
That
words
shit
hurt.
stick with you.
Words hurt.
Words hurt. You don't forget that shit.
Right.
You might forget a physical wound before you forget words.
Yeah. Words hurt.
That mental
Words
shit is
cut
real.
deep. Yeah. Words cut deep. You say some words that you can't never take back.
You
Man.
cannot take it
Watch what you
back.
say to people. Man. Words cut deep.
You cannot take it back. And it's crazy because back in the day when we was bullied, whoever seen it, seen it. Whoever heard about it, somebody told them.
Right.
Now you get cyberbullied,
Oh man.
millions know
Everybody
about it.
know. Yeah.
And everybody wonder why, like, damn, these people killing themselves. Because some people not built for that. And I don't fault people for not being built for that because we weren't made to be built
No,
for that.
everybody not cut for bullying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
See, I never been bullied. I bullied the bullies.
Mm-hmm.
I hated when people bullied people. Like
Mm-hmm.
I always was like, yo, what's wrong?
And that's
Oh, they
me
did
now.
that. I'm like, what? Man, come on, let's go. Let me go
Yeah.
talk to them real quick because I don't agree with that.
I think that's where my personality comes from now. I'm always rooting for the underdog.
all the time.
That's me now.
All the time.
And
I
like,
love the
some of
underdog.
my girlfriends be like, Tahnia, you so strong. Like, and I'm like, listen, you'll get there one day because I wasn't always this strong.
Right.
I had to build myself up, and thank God for my mom. My mom, she used to build me up too. But thank God I had that because everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody doesn't have a strong person, whether it be a mother, a sister, a friend, or whoever, to be like, listen, don't worry about that. And some people just got to channel it on the inside.
Yeah.
And
Shout
it
out to my
manifests.
mom. I got a strong mom too. My
Yeah,
mom's
yeah.
strong.
Mm-hmm.
She held us down. She held me down to this day. So
Yeah. Okay. She just helped me out a couple minutes ago. For those of you who don't know,
right.
she had to make sure I wasn't trying to kill him. Baby, you okay?
Yeah, that's how she be, man.
He's good.
Man, I love her for that though.
Another one of the things that I think is a contribution to the violence in Philly is poor upbringing. Um,
That's bad.
parents,
That's one of the
parents
worst
on drugs,
Yeah.
absent parents, and I'm gonna say absent parents because I don't believe in stereotypes. It's mothers that are absent parents and it's fathers
Yeah,
that are
for
absent
sure, for
parents.
sure.
Let's keep it all the way 100. No discipline.
At all.
Let me tell y'all what happened today. So, no, because this is real, right? This is my life, right? So I have women empowerment event,
Right.
and my goddaughter, make it a long story short, her mom was on drugs, been on drugs since basically I know her or whatever. I'm trying to help out, like, yeah, I'm gonna show your daughter something good because she don't live with you, she with the dad now. So she a female. I got this, I got the lipstick, I got the wig, whatever she want, I got this female thing down pat.
Right.
So I bring the little girl with me, she be my event. I'm like, you need some money, you want to do something, blah blah blah. First time she ever spent the night over my house, and this is my goddaughter. As her mom moved with her from state to state to state, I sent money, birthday, whatever. I was there when she was born. Little girl steals money from her. Nice lump sum of money. Now I'm like, what do my petty ass do? Because if this was a person my age, I would know how to handle it.
Right.
This is a kid.
Right.
What am I supposed to do? So, make the long story short, her dad gave me a nice part of the money back, but it wasn't all of it. Because she not stole, I had all my shit.
Right.
But I'm looking on Facebook one day, And for better words, this little girl, they threw her a birthday party. Now this happened in July. Her birthday is in December. And I'm like, well, why the fuck did she get a birthday party?
Yeah, she
I said,
needs
am
to
I, is
be
this
good.
on me?
Yeah.
But it was no discipline for what you did. I could have taken her to the cops. Still got my DC number, just in case anybody wants to know. Still got my DC number.
Right.
Still got the appropriate people to call and make sure it's not a certain time span on it. But it was a battle with myself. Like, all right, you were trying to help this little girl. She did what she used to doing because her mother raised her to do this. Because
Right.
come to find out, her mom had taught her, first of all, her mom coached her to take my money.
Right.
But another time before, her mom had coached her to take this lady pocketbook. So she took the lady pocketbook. The lady held the little girl hostage,
Right.
and she was like, she told the mom, which was my friend a long time ago, come get your daughter, bring my pocketbook back, or I'm gonna F your daughter up.
Right.
So when the girl who was my friend, when she came back for her daughter, whatever, the lady apparently bust her top of the head with a bottle and hit her with some red knuckles. But my thing is this: I know people do things when they have habits, but you subject your kid to this.
Yeah.
So now you put your daughter in a situation,
Yeah.
and you keep putting your daughter in these situations where she is going to be hurt.
Sometimes somebody going, see, I don't, mom's like, first of all, that addiction is serious. You dig what I'm saying? I
Very
grew up
serious.
around, my father was an addict all my life. You know what I'm saying? Till he got himself together. But that addiction showed me that it overpowers love, it overpowers trust, honesty, it overpowers all that. You dig what I'm saying? So at the time when they in that addiction, man, the things that they do, like I found out that I couldn't hold my dad fault for some of the shit that he did to me. You dig what I'm saying? Not even did to me, because he ain't never do no creep shit or nothing, but just him not loving me like I needed him to. That's why I turned out to be how I was. You dig what I'm saying? So when they're in that addiction, man, they liable to do anything. You feel
And
me?
the crazy part about it is when we think about the violence, you
Right?
got to think about it. Some kids are bored up to get over
Yeah, for
the
sure.
scam. Sometimes I ride in other neighborhoods, right? Now I'm an uptown girl, uptown in North Philly.
Okay.
I don't go past North Philly. I'm except for when I go to work. My car doors is locked. I ain't going to no gas station. I'm just hoping. I'm gonna just pray like it's
That
the
you
gas.
make it.
Listen, I'm not getting out the car. I'm not getting out the car so I'm at work in North Philly in the parking garage with the cameras. I'm not. No, I'm not going past North Philly. However, when I do,
Right.
and my car doors are locked,
Yeah.
tight, windows up,
She said,
air conditioning on a nice day.
And that's crazy. You gotta be like that in your own city, right?
I look at some of the surroundings, right? And I look at people, and I'm like, fuck. I be thinking, and I'm not gonna lie, I be thinking, I look at this like that, like it's the ghetto. Like, what do white people think when they see shit like this? Because I'm saying, these are my people.
she gonna like it when they look worse than this.
Yeah.
They out here.
Yeah.
They out here, yo.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Well, I know they.
I've been to a lot of poverty areas, like, but the one place that I've been where it really had me, I had tears in my eyes, and I'm like, damn, this can't be life. It's Kensington, man.
I was about to say it.
Yo, Kensington hurt my feelings, man, because it's not only blacks, it's blacks, white, it's Koreans, it's so many people down there, and they all was just, man, it made me cry. One day I parked my car, and I'm just like, damn, yo, this shit is real. Like it ain't no cut cards or nothing. And the other day I was down there, right? And I was on Kensington and Cambridge. So when I'm on Kensington and Cambridge, it's a park right here. And I looked up the block, and I sat there in my car. I went to the store and I looked up the block. No lie, it was 100 people outside. And I'm just like, damn, yo. They falling in the street, they dying. I see people with needles in their arm. That John, man.
I had this picture on my phone. It's crazy. I have a picture on my phone. And it's nothing but needles on the ground, bags of drugs.
Yo.
It just looks big. And then this is the crazy part. Of all the things Philly got going on, we make the news for we make TV for the craziest shit
all the time.
We made the news for the border in North Philly, which we're going to get on that.
Right.
We got a TV show about the worst drug
The
they
Kensington, you seen that? That's crazy. I just was watching that. I'm watching it again because it's
What is it on A&E?
it's on A&E. You know how they do the what's that called?
Intervention.
Intervention.
Yeah.
They got the intervention now, but it's in Kensington. But instead of them having one intervention, no, they got a series of it, and it's all in Kensington.
Yeah.
It's showing the people that's down there. They got family that love them. They come down, bring them money, wash their clothes for them, take care of them, and all that, man. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I was watching that on A&E. I just watched that last week.
And something else our kids have that falls under the up brand, no respect.
Not a drop.
When I was younger, you did not want to curse out in public because your mom might know somebody that's out.
Yeah.
I would not curse on no public train because my mom might know somebody on this train. People will tell an old person today, shut the fuck up.
Yo,
With
listen,
the snap of a finger.
I'm in my bed watching TV. My daughter's friends is out on the steps, but these two little young boys, I never really seen them before. I'm in the bed, I hear this young boy like something like that in front of my house or something like, yo, what is that? I hear him again. Yeah, something like dick, nigga. I look out the window, little Puerto boy. I see, yo, dog, where you live at? Where your mom and dad at, dog? Like, talk like that when you're He's like 11. He's like 12.
Wow.
I'm like, yo, where the fuck is your mom and dad at, dog? Like, you fucking cursing like that. Slide. You gotta get nah, man. Get
Somebody just told me they see like this 8-year-old boy like smoking weed on the train.
No, I seen a lot of
smoking
kids cigarettes, weed. You know what's crazy? You know what it is, right? I'm gonna say back in the day when we was coming up, right? Like I lived on Hamburger Street, but then my grandma lived on 23rd Street. So if I did something at the corner of 23rd Street, this lady named Miss Louise. If I did something in front of Miss Louise is allowed to slap me upside my head, take me up the street to my grandma. My grandma gonna whoop my ass. After my grandma whoop my ass, she gonna call my mom and tell her what I did to disrespect Miss Louise. My mom gonna whoop my ass. So I got 3 ass whoopings.
For one occurrence.
I got whooped down the street, whooped by my grandma, then beat by my mom when she got home from work.
And nowadays, you can tell somebody, my kid ain't.
Oh,
so
man.
now the kids are getting the ignorance from the parents.
Hands down.
Parents are getting younger.
Yep.
And they not knowing. And I look at some people, I'm like, damn, like
they become
you
friends
really
with
are
their
allowed
kids.
to procreate? Like, yo, that's crazy.
They become friends with their kids.
Right now, the kid disrespect us, and we like, who you talking to? Come here. Where your mom at? Where your dad? Take him to the house. First thing the mom and dad, get your hands off my kid. What the fuck you doing? And now the kid like, bitch, I told you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, damn.
And you know what else is crazy? One time I'm around my way, right? So I see this guy beating this girl the fuck up. So I'm like, oh, that's not a motherfucker. This nigga trying to beat the fuck up too, right? So I'm like, he mad then, right? But I'm like, yo, where the men gonna step up? So somebody did step up. Yo, stop hitting her, blah, blah, blah. So this man steps up. Next thing you know, young boy, people just start rolling up. One of them ran up to him, knocked him out. So it's like, damn, he's trying to, like, you know how we always say, well, damn, don't nobody intervene, don't nobody try to help out. When you try to help out, then they fuck up the person who's trying to help. It's like,
the girl gonna get mad and jump with you, beat up away from them. That's all niggas.
Yeah, now he would have started beating him
like
up. See, that's why, you know what's crazy?
Nobody who don't want to be saved.
I be looking at it like this. I done seen a lot of people getting punched, and I'm like, if I get out of my car right now, I'm liable to get shot. Or I'm liable to, I might get stabbed. Anything might happen to me when I get out of this car. First of all, I'm big. I get all out. They
so
like,
you already intimidated.
I'm already. I get all out. You're like, oh shit. Oh. Hey, yo, what? Nigga, like, what? Oh, head. I mean, you got it. I mean,
you got it.
I wasn't even coming over here for that. You know what I mean? I was just. But I mean, I don't know, man. This world crazy, man.
Yeah, like you can't even say nothing.
Can't say nothing to nobody.
And you know what? And it's crazy because the next thing on my list is lack of communication.
Facts.
Because I believe, as far as communication, I feel like you can tell or say anything that you have to say or want to say to a person. It's all about how you say it.
How you present it, yeah.
I could be like, this head ugly as shit. Right. And I could be like, well, I mean,
but if you turn it to the side a little bit,
you look like a joke. Right. So I believe, but people don't have lack of communication. And it's like sometimes I look at social media is a big blame about that too.
100%.
People don't know how to socialize anymore. It's like you can say something to people, and some people get so defensive or offended by something so basic. Yeah. And it's like, and if they do, it's cool because there's nothing wrong with saying, no, I didn't mean it like that. You took it like that, but that's not how I meant it. But we don't know how to communicate with each other. So I feel like a lot of these violent things that's happening in Philly, a lot of it is lack of communication, lack of understanding.
Yeah.
You know, some people just
It's a lack of understanding, lack of communication. Also,
we don't know how to listen.
it's a lot of hate. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because a person that hate me because of what I'm doing. They
Mhm.
like, you think you better than me because
As
you
if they
do this.
can't do the same
No, I don't
thing.
think I'm better than you. I just apply myself more. That means
Mhm.
you do the same thing if you apply
Mhm.
yourself.
Can't
You
tell
know what I mean?
nobody, nobody want to hear nothing no more.
Mhm. And you know what
Your
else is
opinion
going
don't
on?
count.
A lot of us are not taught problem solving.
Yeah.
And these are things that you are taught as a child. And even one day on my Instagram, I had this is so crazy. This one sounds so elementary, right? But you gotta think about it. Maybe it's some other books and stuff too. But you know the book I always refer to, The Little Hen That Could. Y'all
Oh, the
remember that
little
book?
hen, I remember
The
that.
Little Hen That Could. This hen worked her fucking ass off throughout this whole
The
damn
whole
book.
Right, right.
She
right.
did everything. She tried to put her friends on. I
She
was a
did
hen one time. I was at him when
everything.
I was having my women empowerment event, right?
Right.
The first one I had, I reached out to all my friends. I reached out to my friend that sold pocketbooks. I reached out to my friend that sold lingerie. I reached out to all my friends. Guess how many of my friends did I met?
So
None.
None. Right.
Not one. So guess what I did? I did it with strangers. And
Right.
some of them
Right.
girls that started with me, they still rock with me.
Right.
So now I got some of my friends. Oh, you see that? You see how it played out.
Right.
Now you can I do that? Man? Oh, I already got somebody in that spot, but they one I asked you.
that's how it always be though.
So back to that little hen.
that you doing,
Right.
dog.
That little hen worked her ass off, and she asked her friends. She tried to put her friends on, like friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm about to make this bread.
You
Bread,
trying
you
to
can
get
relate it
down.
to money. You can relate it to whatever. I'm about to
Yeah.
make this bread. I need you to do that. Oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I got other things. Oh, it's hot, girl. I don't feel like it.
Cool.
At the end, bread done.
Mhm.
Lord, let me get a piece of that.
No.
Bitch, I made this damn bread by myself. I'm hot as shit. Just like you hot, I'm hot too.
Right.
I didn't ask your ass to go get the damn wheat. You ain't want to do that. But then you want a piece of this damn bread. Nah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't know, man. I help a lot of people, man. I ain't gonna hold you. My day to day, every day I wake up, I'll be like, damn, what I'm gonna do today to help somebody else? Prime example.
Oh,
Me and my little bro Amir Rogers, shout out to my bro Amir Rogers. The other day he was shooting a video, he's all the way up in Northeast. We all the way up like we far up Northeast, but we off the boulevard. It's this thing called Steve States, right? So it was a homeless dude out there. So for homeless people, I be having a soft spot. So I'm like, man, I'm like, yo, wait, what size sneaker you wear? He like, I wear 13. I'm like, oh damn, you can't fit my joints. I only wear 9. I said, but listen, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna shoot this video. After we shoot this video, go to Target. I'm gonna get you some sneakers, a shirt, all that. So I left, we did the video. I went back, got him the stuff from Target. I brought him a pair of sneaks for like $30, fresh shirt, drawers, socks, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So when I brought him the stuff, I'm sitting there, so he putting it on and all that. Yo, he went in his pocket and gave me $50. Yo, no lies, yo. He went in his pocket. He was like, yo, this is all I got. He's like, but nobody never did nothing for me like this. I've been sitting out here for 3 months. And I had these same clothes on. I can't get inside my storage. He's like, that's my storage right there. I don't have no money to pay for it. All I got is this $50. I'm like, no, hold your 50 and gave him another 50. Like, yo, pay for your storage, man. So you can get your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And he like, what's your name? I'm like, don't even worry about that, dog. Whenever you see me again, whenever you all right, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? People don't do that, man. People are like, I don't want to touch him. I shake bums' hands. I don't care. Like, yo, what's up?
I always give
You know
money.
what I'm saying? You need something to eat. Like, it's just, man, you just gotta be a different type
And you know
of
what's
person,
crazy?
man.
Because I'm a giving person. And I'm
Right.
a giver. But the hard part about giving, and I'm gonna be honest, because sometimes people tell me, you get too much.
Right.
Is always that somebody who takes advantage of it. But like I say, on some real shit, I can't stop being who I am
Right.
because you a fucked up person
Yeah,
and you taking advantage
that's
of
your
it.
fault.
You can fuck me over,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna get them a second chance to fuck me over. I'm a helpful person, so I'll help, but I won't help you again.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you got that kind of heart, like people be all like, man, fuck that.
That's that kind of weakness situation.
Yeah, I told myself I'm not gonna make other people's problems my own. I won't do that. I'll help you to a certain extent. You know what I mean? but I'm not going to help you to the part where you become a burden on me. But if I got it to give, if I can help somebody, I'm gonna do it. And that's the kind of heart I got. And so many people do so many. It's people who I met. It's somebody who I met at work.
You let them get over on you.
I let this bitch me back.
Oh no.
And this be my setup, but it's never going to happen again. So let me let it be known for somebody friend, it's never going to happen again. But my setup be get yourself, bring the food stamps in, you know what I mean, put the food in the house because I don't get that shit. I need that because I like to eat, bring me some food.
Right.
And get yourself on your feet, and then you got to X amount of time to get yourself together and go. But when she started getting herself together, I was helping her out and all this other kind of stuff. Then shit, they started getting okay. Well, I need some money.
Right.
Then stuff got real different. You can be up and left. And I'm like, wow, I opened my home to you and your child.
Right.
Me and mine was inconvenienced. Because, see, I like to walk around. Sometimes I like to let my titties swing
swing
on the floor, whatever. Somebody like to walk in his boxes and free access to the basement and all that. And we can't be ourselves. We can't live because I'm trying to help you. And then they shit on you. So I'm like, listen, my help.
Right.
Listen.
I sitting here, you saying that. Listen, right? You can't help people all the time, and I realize that, but I'm always a good person.
You just gotta.
And one time I let a nigga live in my house, man, and this nigga turned around and stabbed me in my back and swore in my gang. Mm-hmm. And that joint made me so mad, right? I was enraged. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, all that violent shit, I ain't with it at all. But when you take a person in your house, that's your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So when a person do anything to cross you after you gave them the room to come in this comfort zone, you just feel like, yo, I got to kill this person. You dig what I'm saying? And I was there like, yo, I used to be tormenting this nigga, my bro. No, I used to be on one. Like every time I seen him, I used to make it uncomfortable for him. Like wanted him to know, like, yo, I'm gonna make it so uncomfortable for you that you're gonna have to move. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, but yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Bags of sneaks, clothes, everything.
Man.
I ain't gonna put his name out there. I ain't gonna put their name out there. There's a couple of them. But y'all know, man, we put sneaks on your feet.
Yeah.
Brand new sneaks, clothes, food, smoke, water, socks.
Yeah.
But
but you live and you learn, though. So they'll never do that to me again.
So now basically, it's not that we won't help people again. It's just you just want.
I won't help them, and I'm gonna be more
conscious of
who I'm helping. That's definitely.
So now we want to keep the conversation going, and we want to start talking about this good policing versus police brutality.
Right.
So, because actually, even though our conversation went into some other things, we were talking about some of the things that lead to violence.
Right.
So now we want to talk about good policing versus police brutality.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about, well, first of all, a lot of people no longer respect authority.
Period.
So once you don't respect authority, what do you have?
Nothing.
But it's crazy because me and my girlfriend the other day, we watching this video of this guy who just recently got shot in the face on Gerard Avenue. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Where at?
It happened a couple days after, it might have been 50 something, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been a couple days after old boy on 15th Street when his little ran.
Oh no, I seen that. The guy that got shot in the face, I seen that. It was like 2 days.
Who was they calling for?
They was calling for the police.
For the police, thank you, baby.
Indeed.
Listen.
Yes, they were.
You can't have them at your beck and call when you want them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Police are supposed to police. And I understand, and don't get me wrong, because trust me, I understand that so many policemen or women violate their roles.
Right.
I understand that to the utmost because I'm not with none of that shit at all. But it's also, you have to respect authority because if we don't have nobody to answer to it, that's why everybody acting fucking crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And this shit, the sad part about it all is it's sort of like a full circle thing because when you go to other countries and stuff, they don't have this violence. Because they have more harsh jail time and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's when voting and all that comes in. Don't let me start getting into all that. That's when voting and all that kind of stuff come into it. Because when you're thinking about the harsh sentencing we get, that's because y'all not voting for these judges. Right. Or the lack thereof, that's because y'all not voting for these judges. The presidential vote is not the only one that counts.
Nah.
You gotta think about what really affects you. And those judges, they affect our community, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, in other countries, they don't play that violent shit. They will fucking shoot you.
Chop your hand
They
off.
chop your hand
All that
off.
shit.
All types of shit. So they don't go for that in other countries. The only thing that scares me about here is because when I watch the news, every day I watch the news, what I see, a black man was accused of some shit that he didn't fucking do.
Yo.
And he did 20 something years.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Did y'all hear about the boy that did 31 years for a rape that he didn't
That he
do?
didn't do.
Guess how much money they gave him? $75, yo.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Dang.
Man, I swear, man, I'll read that on another day. I cannot believe it.
$75.
$75.
And they still
Listen,
had
he
to
wanted-
make records.
They were trying to get 3.5. His lawyer was trying to get 3.5. They said, no, we giving him $75.
And you know what?
And he took that shit.
And not to get back on how I was my views about the R. Kelly shit, whatever like that. But certain things I look at differently because when I looked at that R. Kelly shit, my whole thing is get him what he did. Okay, fine. Whatever he did, he's guilty of. All right, fine. But when I looked at it, I looked at all this shit happening to R. Kelly over a fucking documentary. I never seen no shit like that happen before. But my whole thing is they went back on this shit that this man and already these cases that this man and already fucking beat.
Yeah,
and my thing was that's R.
that
Kelly
was
and he
wrong.
got fucking money. What you think will happen to your fucking black ass?
Yeah, that was always wrong.
That part right there was wrong.
You know what's crazy? I mean I know a lot of I don't look that police brutality. I'm just not with that. That's crazy. Like I ain't. But I always look at it like this. I don't ever put myself in a predicament where the police going to beat me down. If they pull me over, I give them the energy that I want them to give me back. You know what I'm saying? When they pull me over, I'm like, "How you doing, sir? I know what I did. I was speeding. Look, all my stuff over there. You mind if I get it?" They like, "Sure. All right, let me get my stuff. Look, man, I apologize." You dig what I'm saying? So the energy I get them is the energy they give me back.
And
You
I'm
dig
gonna
what
be
I'm saying?
honest with you, right? I used to be Shady Grady back in the day, right? My stickers was always dirty. I ain't want to listen. I always had some dirty stickers, and I always got pulled. Bullet Grove, I used to get pulled over to them Johns, right? So one time this officer pulled me over. He's like, "Yeah, you know your sticker." I'm like, "Oh my God, no, I ain't know." I'm new. I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Well, how am I supposed to tell?" He's like, "It's going to be 23 Pennsylvanians. I can guarantee yours only has da 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 da." I was like, "Oh my God." He was like, "Well, where would you take your car at?" I was like, "I don't know, someplace in Philly." And he was like, "Don't go no place. Go to like an Amico."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, sir." Left there. He scraped them off. Ain't give me no ticket.
Right.
Next day, I went and got some more fake Jones. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my thing is, I haven't had any bad experiences with cops. Now, again, I haven't put myself in any predicament. I look at people, and sometimes people, I be like, "You're a fucking asshole for that." I'm looking at No Gun Zone one day, and this girl, and so many people, like my train of thought, like I said, is not like the average person. This girl, she under arrest, right? Hands behind her back, whatever like that. She told the cop, "I'm about to spit in your face."
I seen that.
So who was wrong? Because when he pulled you by your motherfucking weed, you told this man, this authority figure, that you about to spit in his face. When he's supposed to let you do
on
it.
the side of the car.
So he grabbed your hand, touched a little bit, like, "Come on, hey girl, you like that shit?" Like he touched you touched your hand around a little bit. But my whole thing is, he wasn't like she was resisting a little bit.
Right.
But my whole thing is about these videos. Everybody with these videos, I'm not with that shit. Because y'all always show when it gets to that part. What got us here? What got us here? How did we get to this part? Don't show me when the cops starting to be all aggressive and all this other. How did we get here?
Yeah, because one thing for sure, like I never had. I done been doing my thing back then when I was on some nut shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but the crazy thing about it, even when I was doing nut shit, my vibe and my aura, even when I was out there in the streets, it was a few cops that still gave me my respect. Like they would tell me, "Yo, listen, young, today don't be out here." You dig what I'm saying? Because this about to go down. I ain't supposed to be letting you know this, but this about to go down. Prime example, my brother was getting chased by the cops one day. He runs in the alleyway, he falls, the cop fall on top of him. The cop said my brother assaulted him. His partner, when it was time for court, his partner got up in the courtroom and said, "Yo, Your Honor, I cannot let that happen. That's not what happened. That young man did not assault my partner. He fell and protected himself. My partner fell on his hand. He did not assault him. They threw the case out."
Kudos to that cop.
You dig what I'm saying? Officer Candy, that's my old head. You dig what I'm saying? One day, I had a gun on me. I'm in the Chinese store. He pulled up on me. "Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? Come here." Yo, why you got that, man? Get the fuck up, smack me in the back of my head. Don't never let me catch you out here like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's some cops that don't be on no nonsense, but then you got other cops. Like I'm gonna say his name, Officer Harvey. Officer Harvey was a dick. Officer Harvey used to come around here. He just was a stern cop. Now that I look at it, he wasn't being a dick. He was just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? We standing out of the corner. This is his duty to get us off the corner. So the shit he did was the way he handled his business. He'd come out there, yo, if I see y'all out here again, I'm putting all y'all against the wall and y'all going to the precinct for call it something on the streets. Obstruction of the highway. That's the name of it because you know the streets belong to the city. So we like, man, get the fuck out of here. We think you talking to, man? Whatever. We can't go to lock up. But every day I had so many citations for obstruction of the highway. I'm like, I'm not going out there with all sorry on, dog. I'm chilling, dog.
And you know, and it was a known big kid cop around my way too. And my friend Brian Murphy, rest in peace. He was like, listen, when I got shot, he told me because one time he got shot 10 times. And he told me exactly, he described every bullet that hit his body.
Right.
And he said, yo, that cop, he said when he came, he said the sergeant was like, let him go. He said that nigga took off his vest, took off his shirt, wrapped that shit around me and everything. He said that nigga saved my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, so you know what I mean? Like,
it's
good. It's like
cop.
anything. With everything, you gotta take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta have some type of authority because motherfuckers is out here losing their fucking mind. For nothing.
But you know what? Like, yeah, it is good cops, but then you got the cops that just don't respect nothing. You know what I mean? Them the ones like, you know what I mean? Don't respect nothing. They just got that badge on, and they probably was suckers and none of that niggas when they was young. So when they get that badge on them, it's like, all right, well,
so just imagine.
I'm going to start pissing these young boys and whooping their ass.
I be thinking like this. Everybody say fuck the police. We don't need none of that. Let's put them all in one community.
Right.
And let's see how y'all community runs.
right.
Y'all community gonna be fucked up. Yo, y'all don't got no authority, no nothing, right? Cool, y'all can have that. Y'all stay over there. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Man, that's gonna be the worst. Man, y'all gonna kill each other. Y'all be robbing each other.
And the crazy part about it is, everybody out here is scared, and that's what real shit. The police is scared, and the civilians are scared. And at the end of the day, I don't want people to be all like, "Oh, this bitch always pro police." I'm pro right. Whatever's right is right, and whatever's wrong is wrong. And my whole thing is, everybody, I don't care what job you work, you want to make it home to your family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to make it home to their family. So that part is crazy. Like I always say, everybody is not Sandra Moran and Eric Gardner.
Right.
Because everybody ain't innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But people got to bend themselves. And this is something else too. Us as people, we got to start taking responsibility and checking our folks.
Facts.
Yo, you wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Chill. You wrong.
Yeah, you should.
A lot of shit that our people do, we see them doing it and we glorify it, laugh, think that shit cute, funny, and all that other kind of shit. The shit that I see people taking videos of just for likes and laughs on fucking social media, like you a whole fucking clown.
You see the joint of the lady, I seen the joint the lady beat her 16-year-old daughter. Now she did some foul stuff, like she messing with a 19-year-old and she only 16, stole her mom's car, crashed it up. She did a lot of little nut shit. But the mom tied her up, went on Facebook Live and like I'm talking about like beating the brace on this little girl, like so I just felt like, damn, why you gotta go on live?
When you think about that shit, that embarrassment,
that's crazy.
It's a better way. You know what I'm saying? It's a better way. I would never want to humiliate my fucking child in front of millions.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because then that opens up so many fucking doors for other shit. That opens up the door for depression, embarrassment, suicide, all types of shit. That opens the door up to. You know what I mean? Then she could be getting bullied and all that other kind of stuff. But that's another thing. But you the reason why.
Yeah, everybody like she got her ass whooped by her mom.
She had her hands tied up. She was holding her legs up. I'm talking about killing the little girl. And she just kept turn around, don't move. You better.
I'd have ran it.
I'm out.
She couldn't push her to tie it up.
Oh shit.
Man, listen,
she need to go to jail.
She need to go to jail,
yeah,
bro.
Period.
Like, I wanted to go on that joint so bad, like you old dusty ass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you know,
that's crazy.
Everybody wants
so
that
let's
social
get
media
into this situation the other day with
Right.
15th Street.
Right.
That's one of the first situations. We got some other situations we're gonna talk about too, but Maybe we should talk about them names. What
Yeah,
y'all
'cause
think?
that was
Somebody
serious.
think?
No, we can
That
talk
was
about that one last.
yeah. We should probably talk
I
about
went
that.
viral off of that joint.
Listen, we gonna
That's
talk about
crazy.
this opinion. Let's
Yeah,
talk
give it
about the
away,
men. Let's talk about what's easy. No, I don't want to say that because it is like
No, don't say that. They gonna like this.
sorry,
That
I don't
ain't
mean that because I don't want y'all to be rewinding shit like that bitch said.
She said
Never
it was
mind.
easy.
Let me scramble this shit up. I don't know which
Right,
one I'm
right,
so let me
right.
just pick one.
Right.
All right, we're gonna talk about this one. Let's talk about the guy who was gay who committed suicide a couple days ago. Did
Yeah, I
y'all hear
heard
about
about
that?
that. Yeah, I heard about
Yeah, I
that.
heard about
So
that.
basically, I wasn't
bullying him.
following them. I didn't know about all this kind of stuff, but I did watch his girlfriend's live, and I'm gonna say his girlfriend because his girlfriend was transgender, but I'm gonna still say girlfriend. Okay, I see. Okay, so I watched the live, and basically, what the live was saying was that he was abusive to her. He was like, he used to rumble her and her friends and all this other kind of stuff, and she was like, he must have told her to come home, and she was like, no, I'm not coming. And she was like, I'm not coming because he used to whoop her ass. Like, and she
Right.
was like, if I come, she said one time she told him like, you gonna fucking kill me.
Right.
And domestic violence is real too. That's real too.
Yeah.
Even though you want to break it down and you want to, domestic violence is domestic violence, and it's not just in relationships, and it's not just heterosexual relationships. It's homosexual relationships. It's relationships with moms and kids and all that other kind of stuff. All that falls under domestic violence. I tried to have a domestic violence event, but y'all wanted to act like it wasn't about shit. So I was like, let me just not in it. But anyway, it's so crazy because it's so needed and it's so serious in our community. And when I was going to have the event, I was only going to have 15 people there. And somebody was like, can I take pictures? I'm like, no, because it's private. I only want certain people, a
Right.
few people
See,
here.
yeah.
And I wanted to have a domestic violence event. So I wanted it to be survivors. I wanted it to be people who are going through it. I wanted some of the family members to come so you can see how it affects the family and all that. But anyway, so his girlfriend got on there and she was like, I didn't come home because I felt like he was going to kill me and it would have been two dead bodies instead of one. He killed himself. And a lot of people said that he was being bullied. And that's understandable, but he probably took his anger and aggression out on his girlfriend. I don't know because I don't know these people personally, so this is all speculation. I don't know. And I'm like, yo, that shit is fucking crazy.
What did he shot himself? Hung himself?
He took pills.
Can you push that cruise thing for me on there?
Yeah. He took pills.
Oh, yeah, OD.
I don't know what to say about that, man. Maybe
You know what's crazy? I don't know.
That's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yo,
yeah, that's kind of deep though. Like you beating this chick
See,
up, whatever she was.
I don't even want to get
Say
like
it.
I'm a man. You understand me? And I ain't, I ain't trying to like I ain't for the heterosexual gay shit. I ain't for that, man. Like no disrespect to nobody though, but like I'm just not for that. I was raised on morals, and I'm a Christian, and
Shout out to all the Christians.
it's just certain stuff that I believe in, man. That I think that is just like that's the worst thing ever. You dig what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Christian too, but at the end of the day, we're not the judge.
I understand all that, and I respect that. Don't get me wrong, I respect that, but I just look at that as one of the worst things that you could do. I mean,
one of the worst.
Yeah, for sure.
You talking about violence and killing? You think that's one of the worst?
Because that's just like a sin, abomination. You see what I'm saying? I just don't. No, but that's abomination though. It's different.
So what? You have to. That's abomination and murder is murder.
Yeah. So y'all all going where y'all gonna go?
But that ain't for us to send them there.
Yeah, but that's where they going.
Well, it ain't our business. Don't we always talk about minding our business?
That's why I ain't want to get on that joke. I get in my feelings about that, man. Cause like, no disrespect though.
Right.
I show. You know,
I mean, at the end of the day,
respect.
at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like, you entitled to your opinion.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, as long as you respectful, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I definitely be respectful.
We got sons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my young boy be like, Dad, I'm like, listen,
and
man,
I don't be knowing.
But you know what? Right. But my thing is,
and it's on TV, it's everywhere.
It is everywhere.
That's
and
bad.
I think that's a little bit inappropriate because I feel like give people the chance and let them explain what they want to explain to their kids, or let them what's the word I'm looking for? Let them expose their kids to what they want to expose them to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I will say this. Um,
They teach it in the high schools now.
this is what I was. I'm glad you said that because I really did lost my train of thought.
Yeah. They really
But
teach
you
that
know what
shit
I
in
was?
school.
Well, you know what I learned about sex in school.
No,
No.
I learned about sex with a
They
man and a
teaching,
woman
they
in school.
teaching gay stuff in school.
No, they
You
teach
hear about that?
They got classes
Right.
about if you want like
Do the kids have to take the class?
it's a
Yeah,
mandatory
man,
class.
I think it's weird
I
that
don't
somewhere
think
in
that's
Texas
right.
or
Yeah, no,
I
that
think
ain't
in
right.
Texas
man.
somewhere.
You dig what I'm
I think
saying?
that you should have the choice of what you want to subject your children
Right.
to. But I will say this.
No disrespect to the LBG. What's this called?
TQ.
LTQBSR.
See, I don't got time.
Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to y'all, man. Yeah.
But you know what? I think that they show too much sexuality anyway on TV and
Period.
everywhere.
They got a reality show where you got you got the bisexual. Everybody is in. There's 16 of them. They all in one house. Everybody, dudes kissing dudes, dudes messing with girls, girls. It's called I forgot, man, but I seen it on TV. I was like, yo, man, this is crazy. The whole joint is everybody just
Yeah.
But
vibes.
you know what? You know what? We lost that whole battle with the TV a long time ago
Yeah.
because it started with the cursing. They say
People
shit
couldn't
on
curse
TV.
on
Then.
TV at one
They say
time.
shit now. I'm like, damn,
They
she
say
said shit.
fuck too.
Oh,
everything.
bro.
Yeah, bitch.
Them
Hey,
bitches.
All that. Fuck.
Yo,
All
that's
type shit.
crazy. But it's like it's just we talk about violence
Yeah.
and we talk about when we
That's- that
subject
right
our
there
kids
get
to,
real.
and it's just like you got all this stuff on TV. You know what I mean? Some people can't determine what's real, what's fake, what's not, what's what. You got bitches walking around the city,
Yeah.
no offense, with pink and blue and green hair. Like these
Yeah.
bitches doing a performance. You know what I mean? These
Yeah.
bitches is rapping somewhere, they singing somewhere, they entertainers, they supposed to stand out and look
They
like
supposed to be on
like
that.
this. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? You got people, getting all these butt implants and all this other kind of risking your life, legally, illegally, all types of shit, just
Right.
to look like something that you see on TV. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To be something that ain't for you.
Technology, man.
I don't know. See, I ain't gonna say like I said, like I don't condone that. I don't condone when it's women either. Like I just don't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see when a woman mess with a woman that look like me. I don't see the point in that.
Well, I
You
got
feel
a
what I'm
sex toy
saying?
company, so I don't know if listen.
No,
If I need
you-
any
yeah,
strap-ons, dildos,
No, they
call,
do their thing.
listen.
But you feel what I'm saying though?
Plug, shameless
Listen what
plug.
I'm saying, though.
Listen, Tanae's
Listen, right?
treasure.
If you was a girl,
IG Tanae's _toy _treasure.
right? If you was a girl, right? This is facts, right?
I'm just saying.
Now, if you a girl
Don't mess with my
and you
mind.
mess with a girl and y'all both look feminine,
That's cool.
Well,
No.
That's
You
a whole
hear me?
other.
No,
No,
can you
no,
just hear me?
we can talk about balance. That's a whole other situation.
You start talking about that.
No, come back on part two. Part two. Yeah, do me too. Like
I'll
on
be
part
back.
two.
I'll be back. Yeah.
I heard you talking about
We
that.
gonna
man.
talk
Yeah,
about
I'll
all
be
the
back.
good nasty and all that. Yeah, that's money right there. You ain't gonna fuck up my money on the
I
balance.
ain't gonna mess up the money.
Show.
They gonna get all that.
So oh yeah, so that was that situation. Then we had the guy who was killed on a train track. So I don't know if y'all heard about that. The now they actually had a protest about that.
Yeah.
So what was said was I read the article. So I didn't get this part from he said, she said, whatever. I actually read this with my own
These are
eyes.
facts.
Well we can't say facts because news be fucking shit
Yeah,
up
they
too.
be about this
But
shit.
I did get it from the news. But if they fucked up, then that's why I'm fucking up. Because they fucked up. But yeah, because she don't like you.
Oh man,
She don't like
crazy.
She tell me don't.
You don't get unladylike
No, she don't tell me.
with all the
She
cussing and all that. You
she
get
tell me
crazy
don't
now.
be
I got
shouting
you,
her
Mom.
out.
Don't even- Oh.
So we got the guy who got who died on the train track.
Right.
So in the article it said that he was being arrested on a drug case or something like that.
Uh-huh.
He had the handcuffs on him already. And he broke away from the police,
Boom.
ran down the subway, and at some point they tased him and he fell on the tracks. I don't remember if the article said he fell on the tracks or if he ran down to the tracks, but at some point they had tased him. But back to what we were saying earlier. He was selling drugs.
Right.
He was getting arrested.
He was handcuffed.
He was handcuffed. He broke away from the cops with the cuffs still on. So
So
my
whatever
whole thing
come after
is,
that is you just whatever come after that, that's your fault, though.
had you not
Shit,
had you not broke away from the police,
you be
You
good.
done got tased.
you'd still
You
be.
wouldn't have got tased. You wouldn't have hit the third rail. You wouldn't have fried.
Because I could have even still took the drug charge. Because okay,
I
you would
took
have
that.
you could have took drug charge. You would have still been here.
It
But
must
it's
wasn't
just
that
like,
much drugs
you know what? We don't take accountability for stuff.
at all.
Like, because everybody will look at it as the cop should have tased them. Now I don't know the protocol for tasing people. I don't know if you can tase them when they run
No,
when they
you
can't.
can. I got tased before.
Did it hurt bad?
What? I fell, scraped my face all up because I wanted to be an asshole. The cop, don't move.
But
I'm
that's
like, man.
accountability right there.
Right. So I ran. When I ran, I went through the alleyway. He said, I'm going to tase you. Man, what is that? I kept running. That shit, that shit hit me. It locked my whole body up completely. Like when it get tased, it lock your whole body up and you hit the ground. Boom. And you done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And my thing is this, like, let us take responsibility and accountability for what we are wrong for.
I brought that.
Let's stop justifying everything. Like everything is not justifiable. You know what I mean? Some things are and some things are not. I've seen plenty of things that were not justifiable, but I mean, you had the cops on your hand. So that's just
Yeah,
crazy.
I listen. The cops, man, I ain't never get beat up by no cop, never.
Right.
But tased, yeah. That's because I brought it on myself, though. I tried to run from him. He did
And
his
guess
job.
what?
I'm glad he ain't shoot me.
And thank God you here
You feel me?
to speak on it.
Yeah,
live another day.
definitely.
But I mean, it is what it
He
is.
ain't
Now
shoot
let's
me with
get
the
to
bullet.
this 15th Street
Oh,
situation.
man, this asshole.
Maurice Hill.
Maurice Hill, I grew up with him. We was locked up together in the feds. We was both in the feds together. We was on the same unit. You know what I'm saying? So just because when I put my post up and I was talking to my area, like, man, you tripping. I know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we both was in the same struggle, nigga. I changed my life. You could have changed yours, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to be that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was.
Listen, I'm sitting at home and I see the news pop up, and they like, we have a, what do they call it? They do the alert. What do they call
Breaking
it?
news.
Breaking news. So they was like, we have breaking news. I'm like, man, I'm trying to fucking watch TV. Like, what the fuck? So they're like, we got breaking news. And I see a million times, I'm like, here they go being dramatic, right?
Right.
I ain't know what happened though.
Yeah.
When I found out what happened, I was like, yo, this shit crazy.
Yeah, it was.
My whole thing is, I don't even see how people can justify what he did. When I'm looking, I don't know if y'all seen the footage from the lady across the street. So wait a minute.
From
So
her ring doorbell, right?
so but let's tell people what happened just in case they don't know what happened.
Right.
Basically, I guess it was like what, a raid?
No, actually, they all right, boom. The house that he went to wasn't even the house that he was at in the beginning. They all was up the street because 4 other people got locked up too.
I seen something like that today.
He ran to that house. That's what made them go behind him.
Uh-huh.
So in all actuality, you was running to that house to do what you did. Because I would have ran past that house if I knew all that was in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
dog, like you ran to the crib. I would have ran down the street or like
somewhere else
besides that.
Right.
So what was gonna be in mind when you was running? I'm gonna get in here and get these guns because I ain't going back to jail this on. That's all I could think of.
Listen,
Yeah.
You didn't?
Basically.
my whole thing is, you got a good lawyer. He got a good lawyer.
He got Shaka.
I need Shaka.
But Shaka can't get him out of this.
Shaka ain't gonna get him out of this.
At
Let me
all.
tell you, this made national news.
Yeah, Shaka ain't getting you out of this.
And you know
bro.
what? During election time,
Right. So it's even worse.
guess what? They want to make an example out of your black ass.
You heard what they said today on the news?
No.
They said he's not only getting charged with the 6 cops.
I know what you're about
Oh,
to
that's
say.
what
It's cool.
Everybody
That's
else
Every cop
that was
that was out there and ducking, you about to get attempted murder charge. So it was like 100 cops out here. So you ready to get 106 counts of attempted murder on a police officer.
Yeah.
You're never touching the streets again. But they said, but we got more charges for him too, because now they about to put the kids in it. You endanger the lives of the kids,
Most definitely.
the civilians, everybody that was out there that day.
And
You
that
about to
shit
get a
was going
charge
through.
for it.
And the crazy
That
part
shit was
about
going
it
to
is,
people's houses.
exactly.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is how y'all justifying that knowing that bullets fly, they
Right.
had no names on them. That shit could have hit any fucking body.
Anybody.
You can see the plaster just bouncing off the walls.
can
I mean,
see,
off the
like, right.
outside. You can see it from that lady across the street.
And the old man that lived across the street, he came out like, look at my house. He had holes. Bullets went through his house. Look
This
at what hit the
lady,
old
she was
man.
on the news and she had holes through her pots and pans.
Yeah, like it's
still.
real, man. I mean,
Like, and people like, yeah, you know, justifying what he did, and I do not understand or see the justification. They like, yeah, Maurice.
They had a rally.
they had a rally for him.
But this is what I want to a real rally.
No, listen, the crazy thing about it, I got it on my phone. I wish I wasn't on live so I could show you the pictures. It was only like 7 people. I seen 7 people. They got signs up. One say Free Maurice Hill. And I'm just like, are you kidding
They
me?
should have got hit by a septimus.
Right, like I don't understand.
Name
that.
it.
Because free him why? Because guess what? Had one of them Americans got hit by one bullets.
It wouldn't be
They
that.
wouldn't
Everybody
feel the same
mad. If he'd have killed some kids by shooting everybody, like, oh no. Listen, man, right is right, wrong is wrong. Like I
But
said,
everybody so hate the police so bad. Oh, yeah, he shot at the police. But who was thorough about that?
nothing. That's why I put that post up. I'm like, yo, what was thorough, gangster, or cool about him shooting 6 police officers doing their job?
Mm-hmm.
They came to serve a warrant. You ran. They caught the 4. You ran. You went in the house. They came in after you, but when they came in, you got the shooting.
Yeah, and he got the hostage joint.
You had the 2 police officers upstairs with 2 women and all that. Oh, you about to man.
And then you turned yourself in.
Then you turned yourself in.
You ran out of bullets. You ran out of bullets.
It was all or
But
nothing.
you
Like,
did that for what? Like
that
that was my
nothing.
thing. I'm like, he's not living. That's all. When I'm like, yo, I said whoever that is. Before I knew who it
And
was,
then
I
my
said,
whole
oh,
thing
they
is
killing
this
him.
too. You ain't give a fuck or had no regards to nobody else's life, safety, or nothing, but you want to come out alive because you just had a baby a couple days ago.
Right.
Now we gotta give a fuck about you, even though you ain't give a fuck about nobody. We gotta give a fuck about you.
Whoever was out there, you was willing to kill or and all that. You ain't care who was coming. You just shooting rapidly, nonstop. So whoever was out there, you was willing to kill. Period.
And you know what else is crazy about people? If you look in people's eyes sometimes, you can tell these motherfuckers out here ain't right. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people, but you can tell they not right. It's just so crazy. And then you know something else? Did either of y'all go to the Met when they heard that thing about violence?
The Met. Oh yeah, I was down there.
You was down there?
Yeah, I was down there.
So how was it?
No, it was pretty decent. A lot of people didn't show up like I expected. I thought like the whole city was going, be there to support because everybody was talking about the violence, but there wasn't a lot of people there because we got a movie out called One Where the Violence Stopped. We got part 1 and part 2 out right now.
Where can people find it?
They can find that on YouTube. I mean, Amir Amir Rogers Rogers.
It's already out.
And it's already out. Part 1 and part 2. We got part 3.
I'm gonna watch that one.
You know what I'm saying? We got part 3 now, so I mean, we about to start shooting part 3. But we was down there promoting that, and there was a lot of. Well, it wasn't a lot, but it could have been more because the Met is not that. It's a nice sized place, so I thought that they would have something like that in Philadelphia. That all the killing and all that was going, it would be jam-packed.
Well, you know what? It
It
probably was a little bit last minute, maybe not too much. But the thing about, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say it.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest because I can't have it any other way. Some of these advocates in Philly,
they fake.
They fake as fuck.
They just doing
you
it
know what I'm
for
saying?
likes.
People doing it for likes and attention. Like
somebody,
I asked somebody else to come on this show. They basically wanted to know what my platform was and all that kind of stuff. My whole thing is if you're trying to fucking save somebody, it don't matter if you save 1, 2, or 3 people. If you're trying to save people, then save who the fuck you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta make and then motherfucker,
what's your platform? You got on your show and all that?
Yeah, like first of all, let me explain something to you. I have different avenues. This is something that I'm just starting to build up again, but ask me how many people are on my toy thing. But if I had to say something about violence on there, because I know a lot of people want to say it, I could put it up there. When I had a women empowerment event, now I said this on my last show, right? I had this girl event, right? Well, I asked this girl to do my event. She was popping. I'm gonna just brief y'all on it because y'all seen it last week, whatever. She was popping in Philly. I asked her to do my event. She was doing some shit, and I ain't know what they were doing shit. And I don't give a fuck about no, Philly who is who and all that. I don't do all that. So anyway, she did my event. The same event or whatever like that. Now I'm like, really like, bitch, like you just came from it. You said you about to have, but okay, bitch, like whatever. So she when she posts up a picture, she
Right.
gets thousands of likes. So I'm like, today don't be dumb. Like this is a money move. Like, you know what I mean? Even though you ain't supposed to, she still like it's a good money move. Go make your money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So my point is, just because a person have likes don't mean they got supporters.
Yeah, at all.
Somebody can see your shit, they can like it, but do they support you? Or are they coming out and they supporting what you're doing? When I had my women empowerment events, it's passed. And every year it grows. So if I can touch people on different avenues, if it's small things, like I was one here at a domestic violence thing, but it was only for 15 people. If somebody got something out of it, then my job is done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't have to have something to have a million people there. See, too many people do things to be seen and
Yeah,
noticed.
that's all.
Are you
That's
doing it
about.
for fame or are you doing it for change?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People all, oh, because you want to lose. Motherfucker, Action News came to my school when I was in kindergarten and let us wave in the fucking camera. Like, so what?
Right. Right.
You was on the, like, so what? You was on the news. What have you done?
That's how it is. I don't know. Like I don't deal with a lot of Philly. I don't deal with all those advocates, not advocates, but all those.
Fake motherfuckers. Go
I
ahead.
ain't with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at the end of the day, they only doing that shit so they can get some likes, and I wouldn't give
Somebody
it.
saw your movie. They waiting for part 4.
Yeah, part three, yeah.
Girl, you only seen 2.
I
They
saw
working
the
on
movie.
part
We were,
3.
yeah, part three coming out. You know what I mean? Part three coming out. Oh no, she put part three.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Part three about to come out. You know what I mean, in a little bit. You know what I mean, that shit gonna be crazy. But a lot
Oh,
of
yo,
these,
y'all can call in too. I'm sorry, but
oh man,
y'all can call in and share experiences or whatever you want to. The telephone number is 215-909-6070. So we love phone calls. So if y'all want to
yeah, talk
call,
to us.
you know what I mean, put y'all input in, share some stories, please give us a call.
Yeah, Philly, what's they call them? What they call them people? What's they called? Not advocates. What's the name of that shit?
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to
Philly,
say.
when you're against all the police and I mean you're against activists.
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 Okay.
That's what we got a lot of Philly activists, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
So called.
So I don't even be like, I ain't even know I'm not no activist. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, I'm not going out here and act like no fool to somebody that did some stupid shit. I don't care. If you did some stupid shit, I'm not being a part of that. So it don't even matter. Like I'm just not being a part of that. I mean, what I am, I'm gonna say I'm an advocate because I got my own kids. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing I say to any young person out here, I say the same thing to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I rather look at myself as an advocate. You know what I'm saying? Because I take them with me. We can go out. We can do this. If you need help, if your mom want me to talk, I'm here. Or you need to just look. I gotta get away from my mom, big homie. She's stressing me out. I'm ready to go crazy. I'm on my way. Here I come.
And
You know what I'm saying?
I look at it as like I always say, like when I go to church, right? I like the preacher that had vengeance and shit.
Right.
I don't want nobody who basically walked a straight and narrow line their whole life. I want somebody who might have fucked with a little bit of whores, might have done little cokes, you know, drank some
crack,
shit.
all that.
I need to know, like, life was bad for me at one time. I came, I found Jesus, and I'm good now.
Right.
I don't want nobody who always been on the up and up. So that's why I say, like, that's my part of it. Because I'm like, when I talk to young girls, I've been through some shit, and I can tell you from experience.
Right.
Somebody can tell you some good shit all day, you know, you should try to do your best, but they ain't never been through shit in their life.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So what they saying, they telling you the right thing to do, but it ain't coming from here. It's coming from books and time, but it ain't coming from the heart.
Yeah.
And kids can feel that shit. Like that's what I think we need to focus on, saving our kids.
That's all
because
it's
it's
about.
like our generation, we already lost. Not saying that people can't change and stuff like that, but we so deep and fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy.
I got over 3,000 shares on my post, right?
Mhm.
So I be wanting to see how people really feel. So I'll be at nighttime, I'll be scrolling through it. I'll be like, look at this asshole. And the people that I be thinking gonna be the people that say stuff that's smart, be the black people. They say the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, no disrespect to my race, but a lot of you motherfuckers is just weird as shit. There's this one dude on my page. He always want to be this so pro. I don't know what the fuck you are, but you be on my page and you say shit like the pigs and
back in this time and they did this to us. Though I don't give a fuck what they did to us in 1870. Bitch, I wasn't even thought of, period. I'm talking about 2019. What can we do now to stop what's going on? Fuck what they did. They didn't drag, they ain't never dragged none of my folks by no goddamn rope. I don't, if they did, I don't know.
Listen, I feel like if I was born back in the day, I would have been some type of advocate or something. Because sometimes I be looking at people, I'm like, how do you just sit and not say shit?
We had a team. We had a
Right.
team back then.
If we was born back
We
then,
going to war.
all right, I'd have been all for whatever. All right, y'all, listen, we gonna all live. We gonna live right here,
I hate people
and we
who
going
say,
down.
I mean, you say something, ain't nothing gonna change. Well, the fucking slaves do it like that. We still be in slavery.
Right.
Like it always has to take somebody. You don't need everybody, but you need somebody with their heart that's like, fuck, we gonna try it. We gonna do it.
Turner was
You know what I
that
mean?
bull.
Yeah, see, Nat Turner,
Nigga said, man, we going all
Harriet
the way.
Tubman, shit like that. They like, you know what? Fuck this. We gonna walk under
Black
this brown
Panthers,
shit.
yeah.
Like the Black Panthers, even though that shit didn't last, I don't know how long it lasts, but they stood for something. You dig what I'm saying? They wasn't scared.
New
You
Black
dig what I'm
Panthers.
Wait,
saying?
you have an event coming up too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm having my EP listening party.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta
Make
come
sure
through.
that,
I
what
mean,
is it? I hope somebody else is
September
Well,
4th.
I want you to say that, but I might have to go on. Well, you can say that. They won't forget. Go ahead, say the date.
September 14th, 1735 Fillmore Street, free entry. Bring your own bottle, 420 friendly, $5 raffle for a 40-inch flat screen TV. Food, that's not free. You just gotta do donations though. My sis Layla Mack on the food. On there with Sir from Boom 103.9. He hosting. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good event, man. Just come out. It's free too. You know?
Come out and support this
It's free,
man.
man. I mean, it's free. Come on out. And,
Definitely
you
come
know,
out and support this
kick
event.
it with me, man. I mean,
So we might have to give a violent event, a non-violent event.
all right, we can do that.
So
We got
we'll
space
think
for
of
it
it.
and all
We'll
that.
think of it. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we got space.
And you
for
know
that.
what's crazy? Because I had planned on some of these people who I thought was advocates that I reached out to. These motherfuckers ain't even say hi, bye, fly, nothing. And I ain't even want to put somebody's particular page out there. But this person got a popping ass page. They don't see your DMs when you talking about some more positive shit, but let somebody say a comment and they don't like, then you gonna argue and back and forth. Like, bitch, you on here arguing? I'm talking about I'm talking about change and doing some positive things in the community, but you on here arguing, like. And I'm telling people, and I told this person, which I do gotta give them their props, but I don't like to bash people in particular. But anyway, on my women empowerment page, people be saying negative comments.
Right.
And you know what I do? Scroll over.
Right.
Because you look dumb. Because this is women empowerment, got all this positive stuff in there. Just in case y'all need to know, if y'all don't follow my women empowerment page on IG, it is treasured_women. And I basically put like, you know, positive quotes or just good things I see about women. I mean, men follow it too, whatever. But if somebody say a negative comment on there, first of all, I'm not going to tarnish my brand by arguing with you.
Right. And the great thing about it, so many people say negative stuff. So at first I'm like, you know what, I'm about to say something. I'm like, no, let me look. So then I ain't say that, but then everybody like, you an asshole. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking. I mean, so it ain't bothering me.
Just like a friend of mine, he was having a I don't know, like it was probably like a month or so ago.
Right.
And he's a Muslim brother, and he was having a march. They was having like a men march. So this person, it looked like a fake page. This one, why can't women come? Cause listen, people need to know their role. Like we all got a role to play, real shit. In the household, you got a role to play. You know what I'm saying? Sure. You got the women that might do certain things that she's supposed to do, the guy's supposed to do whatever. Everybody has a particular role to play.
Right.
You want the woman to come? Go down there with some motherfucking waters.
Right.
And don't hear no brothers some damn water. Don't support them that way. The march ain't for you. You know what I mean? It's plenty of things out there that are for women.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything is not segregated. But why you want to break down with anything somebody is doing positive? Let them do it. Let them rock out. Let them help the audience that's with it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You don't gotta break it. Oh, why did we do this? Why did we do this? Because it wasn't supposed to. They ain't gonna do it.
That's like women having a million woman march, and I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah. And they have one too.
on there,
What
bro.
you
But
going
remember,
there
they
for?
had the Million Man March that time, and women went.
Yeah, women still win.
And then y'all looking stupid because when they had that little thing to repeat after me, and I'm a man,
Man,
then you
yeah.
got
You just
look
sit
stupid
there,
on camera
yeah,
like,
and
bitch,
then
you wasn't
start
supposed to be
talking
there.
shit.
You
Right.
wasn't supposed to be there. So we gotta think of some prevention about this violence thing.
Yeah, we gotta have a situation. That'd be a good thing too.
Yeah,
A violence prevention party.
yeah.
That'd be popping.
Start getting in some of these schools. Because we gotta start reaching some of these
Oh,
kids.
yo, my little bro out there, Rogers, have a positive vibe to it. He go to all the schools, man. Like he
Follow
really,
him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. At I am Amir Amir Rogers Rogers. He the one who wrote and directed the movie Go
Okay.
Get Violence Stop. So he be doing a positive vibe tour.
Mhm.
So he doing a positive vibe tour 2020. He going to all the schools. He got about 20 schools on his list.
Oh, that's decent.
Where he show them the Go Get Violence
Mhm.
Stop. He show them that, and then he talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like he been doing that, and it'd be a good turnout. It'd be good. I ain't gonna hold you.
And you know what's so crazy? It's like now kids are getting killed, women are getting killed. And like back in the day when I was growing up, when you hear somebody getting murdered, it would be like, oh, they were selling drugs, it would be something. Now it's not even always something. It's just because.
That's a lot of women getting killed.
A lot
Yeah,
of women
lot,
getting
yo.
killed.
When we was coming up, women and children was off limits. You know what I'm saying?
I remember one time when somebody was shooting around my way when I was younger. No, but no. This is what happened back in the day. They would be like, "Is this gun?"
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to shoot shot at.
You only gave me one, bro.
I gave you two, bro. Oh, my bad.
You too fast. You probably had two. You ain't know.
You only gave me one.
It's that order.
But
He said, let's go.
uh-uh.
That shit's popping, yeah.
So listen. So I remember back in the day one time they were shooting outside. Guys shooting, they shooting that we knew both of them. They like on the house. You'll never see that these days.
Yeah.
They shoot at the schools now.
They shoot inside the school. Fuck at the school. They had the gym.
We fucking it's like
Hey, we-
shit.
Popping.
You know what?
He said, fuck it, no.
I'm so tired of going to the shelters now.
Everybody's fucking dumb up.
Rusty.
He got the whole short with the number. We fucking now.
Punishing this gum, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, damn.
Funny as shit.
But yo, man. We need to do that. Shit good.
That's like get all the juice out. I know what I'm saying about.
All right. I just kind of think that. But yeah, so they used to do that. Now you look and the females getting killed. And you be like, yeah, like this shit is crazy. Nobody's off limits.
They found a lady in a dumpster in Frankfurt.
I remember that.
I'm like, damn.
Wrapped up in the plastic, right?
Wrapped up in plastic.
I remember that.
Little babies getting killed. Crossfire. Like niggas just go to a party and
The
just.
most, remember that little boy Fahim got killed?
I remember that.
That was the most that I remember from being like back in the day. And that was like, oh shit, a kid got shot.
And that's so crazy. I spoke about that. Like, yeah, I was working with this little TV podcast joint called man, what was the name of that joint? I forgot. Anyway, I spoke on that. Like I was down at the school, Mayor Street was there. I spoke on that. Like because when he got shot, my neighborhood, I'm from 23rd and Lehigh, so he got shot at 23rd and Cambridge. Somerset at school at TM Beard. I went to TM Beard. So the guys who shot him, I knew him. Like they was like, these my niggas, these my niggas. You know what I'm saying? They was shooting at each other, beefing, but shot him. My young boy Reem Knights, he got life for that. And they asked him, would he care? He like, I don't give a F and all that. Boom, you know what I'm saying? I spoke on that joint, man, but that was a messed up situation. That was the first time I ever heard of a child getting killed.
Y'all chilling ain't going crazy.
They punishing this
Yeah,
young
it's a
man.
motherfucker.
I left the city 10 years ago. Come back and it's worse. I know. Y'all
Yeah.
call in. We can still take some calls. 215-909-6070. Call in. Y'all can share it. Damn, I mean, you want to eat.
Damn, bro.
I ate the water. This is my fault.
Yeah.
I got one left. You want to get this one? I know.
These motherfuckers because I didn't see if I wanted it first. You see how everything I just spoke me ladies first.
I gave you 3.
You gave me 2. What's
I
good?
gave
You
you
know, was
3.
just all
Yo,
off today.
don't. I gave
You
you
thought
2.
you gave him 2 and you gave him 1.
My bad, bro.
That's cool. You
No,
know, it's all
I ain't gonna
close.
listen to it.
How you know? Give it to me.
No.
Like,
Let me get that. Let me get that joke.
Oh,
Look,
you
I'll
know.
play my.
Come on, Darren, you know, give me that.
yeah, but yeah, it's just crazy on this. It's like sometimes things do have a backstory.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of things do have backstories, but then there's those things that don't. And it's like a lot of people, wrong place, wrong time. Yo, you know what else is fucked up? When we talk about violence, do y'all remember a couple of years ago when they beat up what's her name? Oh my god. Rosa Parks.
Who beat up Rosa Parks?
Some young boys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to
Who was that?
laugh.
Back in the day?
Hold on. You mean back in
Look
the
at
day?
Cedric the Entertainer.
He beat up Rosa Parks.
Yeah, that was
When she was old or back in
when
the
she
day?
was old in her house. These young boys went to go rob her and they beat her up in her house.
You mean before the bus fit?
No, after like a couple
Like
years before
recently?
she dead now.
When she died?
Yeah, bro. She died.
No, what? How long ago did she die?
I don't know, a couple years ago.
And they beat her before she died?
They ain't beat her up after she died. What the
I
fuck?
mean,
This
No,
young
no.
boy-
No. What I'm saying is, I never
What
knew
year was
Rosa
this?
Parks.
What
Yeah,
year
we
was
can
this?
talk about education on this joint. We talked
Yeah,
about
we
that,
did.
right?
Like, yeah.
Education.
I was
What
saying.
year did she get rolling?
I don't know. You have to
That's messed
Google
up,
it.
man.
Google it. You got
Oh,
to
yeah,
Google it.
man.
Damn, they beat up Rosa Parks.
They beat up Rosa Parks.
She made sure we ain't had to sit in the back of the bus, and well, they ain't cool,
And
man.
y'all still sitting there. Like, when I go to the bathroom, you know I don't. If I do, I'm sitting in the front seat.
Oh,
Man.
I don't sit in the front.
You sit in the back?
No, I sit like in
In
the
the
middle. Cause I don't be wanting
This
to
was
hold
in
me
the
to get on. I gotta get my seat up.
It was in the house?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Alright.
When I get on the bus, I'll be like, you know what? I'm not sitting in those 3 chairs. I'm not sitting in those 2.
1994.
What time? When did
A
that happen?
young man broke in the rear door on his brother's home. And they ran down on him.
Yeah.
He robbed him.
Like, we got young people beating up Rosa Parks.
Man, that's messed up.
She did all this stuff. And y'all beating up Rosa Parks?
She talking about what's wrong with them.
I
He
don't
took
know.
$53 from him.
That's
She
all.
took $53.
Damn, Miss Parks.
Rosa Parks got beat up. She done been through the all the stuff.
She been through everything.
Segregation.
All that.
And got beat up
And
by
that's
some
crazy.
young
Watch
boys.
some young boys. They ain't got no respect.
His name is Skipper. Man, his first name was Mr. Skipper. He
That's
got
who you know.
8 to 15 years.
Oh, that's what he did.
He was going out in history as the
I
man
want
who
to know
robbed
this.
him.
I want to know this from people who are looking on. If your child does something, no, that's not say child because that's too easy. If you have a friend that's out here on some nut ass shit,
Right.
do you check them or you just let them be on some nut ass shit?
Check 'em.
Or does it matter? Does their demeanor matter? Like if you know it's somebody that you can talk to, like, dog, you out of pocket, and you know that they're gonna listen to you. That's an easier person to check than like, man, fuck you too. Whatever, like, cause you all got some kind of
Yeah,
friends.
see.
So do it depend on who
I don't
it is?
care who it is. I'm gonna tell you, nigga, you a dickhead, dog. Like, how you taking it? Oh, all right, that's nut shit. Like, see, we different. Like, see, my bro called me and be like, yo, bro, that was some nut shit you did, bro. Period. Like, you don't, like, cause, like, I could take it coming from him. You know what I'm saying? Cause
But can you
if he
take
got-
it coming from somebody that's not him?
yeah, because if everybody that know me, if I'm out of character and somebody got to call me and check me, I know I was out of character. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I accept mine. You know what I mean? Because bro done told me, yo, bro, you wrong, bro. Because sometimes I get in my bag. Like, I just get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm on this today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm stirring on it. Like, this what I'm doing, this how I'm doing it. If they don't like it, oh well. And he be like, nah, bro, you can't be on that. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for you.
So,
In your music, right?
right.
You talk about violent stuff.
See, this honest rap, like, you gonna come to my listening party. Like with my music, I tell everybody my music is a reflection of who I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So me telling my story of who I used to be and what you see now and how I'm living, you should take more
like, damn, that's crazy. Like,
That's
he
what he
letting
came
y'all
from.
know his flaws. Like,
Right.
I don't do no front. This what I've been through. This what I did. These are things I did. This I went to jail for that shit. But now I'm over here doing it. So what I'm giving y'all is not how I'm living now. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't one of them rappers, nigga. I ain't gonna talk about I got the AK, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you, and then go get the AK. That ain't happening. That ain't what I'm doing. Layla Mac, what's up, big sis?
Yeah,
He
back,
said,
back.
"Y'all be on your
Yeah.
growing and
Back,
shit."
back.
Yeah, that's our big sis. What's up, big?
Hey, sir.
That's our Kate. That's the one that's going to be cooking.
gonna
She
cook the
the
food?
shit. Oh my.
Can I say hi?
They vouching for your
Can I
food,
say hi?
girl.
Can I say hi?
Huh?
Can I say hi?
Yeah, you can say hi.
Turn the camera around.
Turn the phone around. I've been over here tonight. I ain't Matt Pack. You know what it is, man.
I'm gonna explain his ass because he's thinking people Rosa Parks got beat up after she died and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, I talk about
I was
violence
talking
in my music. Not like that. Not nothing crazy, but
You be like, yeah, because when I read to do it like that.
no, I ain't doing that. That's nut shit. You know? There's just certain shit that's nutty. There's certain shit I ain't gonna do.
Right.
I mean, I might talk about some guns. I might talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? But this past shit, I ain't living that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like prime example, like my guys ARAB and them OVH, they talked about guns and coke and shooting, and now they all in the feds about to do life and never come home again. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking nothing from them as artists and what they do, but how you going to live and rap about what you live in the present and then put it out to the public where FBI, police, everybody's on these sites. So when you start doing that, you telling on yourself.
They doing interviews.
You think I'm saying? You're doing interviews and like you telling on yourself.
Let me ask another question. Do y'all feel like some of these Philly public figures, I don't know what makes somebody a public figure, I don't know.
OG Green.
But do y'all think that some of the, depending on people's position, that they have some type of obligation towards the community? Like, say somebody who people look up to, respect. I don't know. Say Ford, whatever.
So
Yeah. Do y'all feel like certain people like that have an obligation to the community?
well,
just say her
like,
for example. I'm just saying.
like no, I'm gonna use her for an example, right?
Mhm.
Like she don't have an obligation to the community, but she make it her obligation to do what she do for the community. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I tasted it. That shit was popping. Yeah. No, it was popping. The seafood salad was popping. I ain't too fond of potato salad. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just the stuff that she do that make everybody cater to her.
She
You
do
know what I'm
food
saying?
drives.
But like I said,
All
on
kinds
the
of
real
stuff.
side,
You know what I'm saying?
people got different taste buds. You know what I mean? I came from a house that, fresh vegetables. My mom know how to cook.
She don't cook better than Layla Mac though.
Hell
She
no.
don't cook better than my
Hell
mom.
no.
But I'm not saying it's my mom,
Right.
But what I'm saying is, sometimes people get mixed up. Her cooking
Ain't
don't
got
have nothing to do with her
she.
community
Right,
service.
right.
Just like my sex toys, dildos and things, Tanea's treasures, don't have nothing to do with my women empowerment stuff. Like,
Right.
I keep that separated. So
Right.
that's why I always let people know that too. Like, you know.
No, I just use her as an example. It's just the way she do things in the community. I salute her for that. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about country cooking. I'm talking about when she do the book bag drives and she salty cloths and she do all that stuff and she giving kids that don't have fights and this and that. No matter how she get it, she got people in higher places that help her and all that. And that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I like that part of her. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that part of her. Another person that I said, let me think.
Nobody else?
Oh no. This is this guy called Big Business. Old head boy.
Buying all the houses.
He was buying the houses. He made a school down in North Philly on what's that 20 something in
That's
July.
the school that, what's the other guy was supposed to be? Y'all love this other guy. What's the other guy who keeps getting people for his money? For their money. Umar. You like that?
Dr. Umar?
You like that?
I don't know him. He
No,
was just
I
on
just-
103.9.
that nigga fake as
And
shit.
I don't really know. I don't really know dudes like that. I don't get on his page because he be just too extra for me. I've been on his page one time before.
Philly. He was supposed to open up a school. That's what made me think of him. He was supposed to
Oh, yeah?
open up a school in Philly, and he never opened it. But everybody contributed and gave him his money, so that's like scam.
Big business. He official. You go follow him on Instagram. He
And he
official.
that ball.
He teach you. He take you in a class. He teach you how to do real estate,
Mhm.
and you get it all right there. You get your certificates and everything when you're done, and then he puts you in a position where you can get your first property and all that. Like he a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go follow him, you would like he really be on this thing. And I ain't gonna lie, Ranisha Hawthorne, she got this joint called Cred Medics. You know what I'm saying? She really be giving up some
You talking about
jewels.
Felicia?
No, Ranisha.
Oh, that's my people do it too.
Ranisha, her name Ranisha Hawthorne. She be doing a company called Cred Medics. Credit Medics. Like, and she really take people in, show them how to do it. Don't try to get over on you, really give you step-by-step guidance to get your credit A1. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's me with the women empowerment, and I make a difference.
Or
Because,
talk that, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just saying, because people don't give me my recognition, so I gotta recognize the damn stuff. They ain't even give me my recognition at work. I see somebody they started, I'm like, how this motherfucker started? Like, give me 2 triangles so they can start for me or something. Like, so they can Chinese start for me. Like, you know what I mean? They can forget.
Who that laughing at us?
Who laughing? I don't know. Somebody put that they did. Who did? Like, and Lord. I don't
You
know.
gotta push it.
Well,
Tap
how?
the blue.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
wait a minute.
Oh. But,
Back attack.
what else was I gonna say? I was gonna ask another question, but you made me forget because you ain't mentioned it. I wasn't in invention.
Yo, you said you didn't say you was putting yourself in this situation.
Oh, go ahead.
You
I'll let
should've
you, because I thought that you was gonna put me in a situation.
No, I mean, no. The crazy thing about it, we've been following each other for a long time. We think. First time I was on your page, I seen you doing the sex toy shit, right?
Who's that on administration?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was popping in that joint.
I
Huh? It was going down in that joint, bro.
am so.
Yeah, they do all types of stuff.
It's the latest treasures, but I
They
been
had the
doing this for
dildos
like.
on their chest and they was passing them and shit. They was
Oh,
doing
yeah,
all kinds
games.
of
The
stuff.
probably
See, I was always, I'm like, oh, this shit, they some freaks. I mean, so. Oh, yeah.
You follow my page, so
No, I want to put the other joint on with the dildos in your chest alone.
Yeah, so.
it's on my thing.
No, it's on my joint. You gotta go there. So that was the first time.
We'll see it.
And then I seen the woman empowered and stuff. So I'm like, oh damn, she doing a lot of shit. That's what's up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought she was Hollywood at first. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I be liking shorty shit. She don't be liking my shit. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, all right, cool.
No, I probably didn't see it because you got all those friends.
Yeah, that
and
shit just, I know that's how it be. So shit go up.
Yeah, I had 5,000 followers for a long time now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
These people don't like me.
Yeah, and that's
For
why
real, for real.
I,
Everybody love and respect how real you are until you real with them.
yeah, when it's about them, they like that. I hate them. You know
No,
how
let
many
me tell
people
you.
delete me, yo?
Let me tell you this. A lot of people have deleted me too. Oh, you know what? When you go on an old picture and you look at all the people who liked it, at the bottom it'll be like, add this friend, add this friend, add this friend, add this friend.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I blocked them. I'm
That's
dead.
how
Once you delete me, I block you. You ain't gonna never see me.
I don't
again.
block them. I be petty. I don't block them. I do shit and be happy. I be like this. They gonna see this work. I be really like this. Yo, what's up, y'all? This our 4th studio. Yeah, and right. We about to get another one. It's gonna be 5. They be like, oh, I hate this.
But no, I'm not. A lot of people think that about me. Like they think I'm like bougie or uptight or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm chill. I be chilling.
Oh yeah, I see it. And then you had a Halloween party.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
that's
going,
when
yeah.
I get all those things.
Yeah, I was watching that down too.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah.
I do a lot of stuff. Like my friends, they are really supportive. That's why I was like, I really did want to see some things that I can do about the non-violent thing because one thing I can say about whether it's my followers or my friends, they support me. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them like, oh, people don't support. People do support me. Now I can't say people who don't know me or people who don't follow me and all that kind of shit. I can't worry about who I ain't touching. I gotta worry about the people who I'm reaching. And the people that I reach, they definitely support me.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that's what people. I don't know, man. My young be crazy.
And you know what? Sometimes my friends call me and they be like, once in a while, and it takes that sometimes. They be like, today I'm so proud of you. Like, you really changed. You did I ain't this aggressive.
You used to be crazy.
I mean, no.
You are.
No. I don't know. I'm going to just say no. Forget it.
You used to be crazy.
All right, listen. I did used to be crazy.
Right.
But you know how they say don't poke the bear?
Yeah.
It's like that.
When the bear hibernates.
I was always poked.
So then you just start.
I'm never the aggressor. I just, but since we talking about nonviolence, I just, on some real stuff, since we are talking about nonviolence and poking the bear and stuff like that,
Right.
what I found easy for me, which a lot of people need to probably start doing because they don't have as many problems, I just start eliminating people out of my life.
That's all. That's the best
I'm
thing
not
to do.
arguing with no friends, family, this and the other. You get one time because you know what I always ask myself? Would I, if the shoe was on the other foot, what I had done to this person with this person done to me?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, goodbye.
That hurt them even more. I learned that. I ain't gonna lie, it took me a while to get to that point, but I learned that when you cut a person off and you just leave them alone, oh, that kills them.
Yeah.
They be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that though.
So I just be like, it's so many people. It's people who don't like me and don't have a reason why.
They just don't like.
They be like, yeah,
When they
she was
do.
in there. I'm like, that's why she don't like me. Because if I don't like nobody and I don't have a reason, but my reason might be this. I don't like that bitch because she don't like me.
Yeah.
That's as much as a reason as I had. I just try to stay away from negativity. Like, I don't feel like that no more. Like, at this point, there's certain things I'm trying to do, certain things I'm trying to accomplish.
Right.
I have accomplished all my personal goals that I need to do for myself.
Right.
I got my home, I got my car, everything is nice, everything is good. I got my stable job. I'm good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever I can do for my community now, at this point, because my community needs people like me. You know what I mean? We need people like me. We need to start saving our kids.
That's how I feel. My community needs me. I just want to go on the heart of North Philly and just be like, man, this was going on today.
I spoke at a
Come on,
school
y'all.
down on
Let's
school
go.
one day. What's that school? What's that school name?
What is that?
Up the street from Bob.
Oh, that's the wild one?
That
I
one.
should go there.
I spoke there.
That's the wild one.
I
That's
spoke
the
there.
wild one.
Yeah, I spoke to some girls
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no problem with talking to any girl, bullied, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm very, very rational. I sit there and I talk. I try to figure things out. I'm good with problem solving. Sometimes the way to solve the problem is to eliminate it. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You can eliminate family. Whatever is not bringing you any good, it's not being petty. It's just like, you just gotta cut negative vibes.
Period.
You know what I mean? You gotta cut negative vibes. Everybody out here is so angry and frustrated, and we got all this violence and stuff out here because people just don't know how to deal with stuff.
Yeah, I cut people off. Me and my bro, we had a lot of people around us. You see who's sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying?
You see what they say? You need to have some people have you around because you beneficial or you beneficial. Like,
man, listen, between me and him, man, there was a lot of people around us. You know what I mean? And now I don't, to be honest, I don't know what none of them. Everybody be around us now is all new people, and they treat us better than the people that knew us way longer. You know what I'm saying? Than they did. I'm just like, that's crazy. I don't know how a person.
Motherfuckers see the kindness in your heart, man. They take advantage of that shit.
And then swear you the bad guy.
Oh, damn, dog.
So what y'all think about martial law?
It's coming.
It's coming. The way this shit goes.
They've been saying that for a long time.
They've been saying
coming,
that forever,
man.
man. But
coming, man.
I look at it like this, right? Like if they do that,
What you gonna do?
ain't nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what.
It can't. What I just be saying, like, what is it going to do to me? Nothing, because I'm not disobeying the law already. So when martial law comes, I'm gonna live my same exact life that I'm living right now. It's gonna be bad for these niggas that's out here doing all this extra nonsense.
But you gotta think about it, like you discussed earlier. When people don't respect the police,
right?
What else can be done?
Only thing bad about that martial law shit is they gonna take all the guns.
That's cool with me.
I mean, I'm not just saying, even the ones that even if you are supposed to have one.
No, you license. When you license to carry, they can't take your gun because you license to carry. That's cool.
We felons.
I can't carry a gun anyway.
All right, me neither. But what if we got like my wife got a joint in her name?
Right.
They gonna come in and take that joint because I'm a felon?
No.
Oh, so she get to keep it because that's hers.
That's hers. Y'all married. Y'all won. That ain't got nothing to do with you. See what I'm saying? Now, I want them to come get the guns from these crazy niggas then we ain't gonna have this shit that went on like High Hill did. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
you know what's crazy?
I just think the
I
rest
know
of
other
disadvantage
people-
though, because they can really do what they want now.
yeah,
But you know what? Like either way, like it's just like we just fucked.
Yeah.
Like we just
Yeah.
fucked. It's like now, all right, we might say, all right, well they might do what they want, but who they after? Who they trying to get? They ain't
Yeah.
trying to get your regular ass nigga. They ain't trying to get the regular motherfucker walking up the street.
no,
The regular person walking up the street right now is liable to get shot
yeah,
from some dumb shit, straight bullets. Like I can't imagine walking up the street and with my grandma or something. They got a duck. Cause
Right.
motherfuckers just
I
out
got
being
put all on
stupid.
the ground.
Broad daylight.
yeah.
People
Martial
shooting in the
law,
broad daylight.
If martial law come, these niggas gonna be done. See, if martial law come, this was gonna separate the men from the boys. Cause when martial law come, all these so-called gangsters, they gonna fold. Cause nigga, you ain't no longer fighting with the police, nigga, you fighting with the military. So how you gonna carry it?
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them got an AK,
And they got
How
that
you gonna
new
carry
shit too.
and they can see through walls and
Right.
all that.
So
So
go around the corner and all
yeah,
that.
so the whole thing about it, and their job is to kill and destroy.
Right.
Anybody that don't follow what you're telling them to do, you have to eliminate them because they're a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so
Shit, we killing and destroying them.
what
And you
I'm,
know what's crazy on a bigger platform or a bigger note or whatever you want to call it. The way I look at it, the black community, right?
Right.
If it was ever us against anybody else, we taking out our own fucking soldiers. We
right,
couldn't even stand together because we taking out our own fucking soldiers.
period. Like right now, if they said North Philly, I want all y'all from North Philly to meet us at Broad area. By the time we all meet at Broad area, it's gonna be a fight, a stabbing, a shooting, a killing, because they're like, oh, they want that nigga from so and so. But we all supposed to be coming together to do this. By the time we get, I don't like that nigga anyway.
But you know what?
Now, you know what I'm
And
saying?
it's funny that he mentioned that because the one good thing I can say about my women empowerment event, right? And just me being who I am,
Right,
I've had women that don't like each other or that don't get along come to my event and get along and be
Right.
cordial, not say anything to each other and
Right.
all that other kind of stuff. Sometimes it takes a person to be that person. You know what I mean? That person that at least people respect enough not to. You know what I mean?
like when I had my event on the 14th, I know it's gonna be people there that don't like each other, but because they're in there with me and my family and my gang,
Mm-hmm.
you not gonna see none of that.
Mm-hmm.
They might start talking that you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, listen, bro. 'cause-
I mean, look at this.
Yeah, man.
Anytime he can bring people together, like, come on, two
Listen,
different
man.
gangs.
and then when I do my event, before I even get started, I'm gonna get the microphone real quick. Let me holler at y'all real quick, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't want no preaching shit or none of that, but I just want y'all to know we here to have fun. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about none of that nonsense. If you don't like him and he don't like you, dog, y'all gonna settle that shit before we even get out this door. Cause I know who is who and what is what. So I'm already on that. You know what I mean? Let me holler at y'all real quick, man. You know what I mean? So
But that's what we need. We need some of this. I don't even know what people be about, but I mean, starting with the youth, these
Yeah.
motherfuckers need to start getting ass whoopings again.
they don't do
They
that.
need to start getting checked again. They need. And I'm not saying like I'm saying they need to start getting checked by their people. Like all this condoning, all
Yeah.
that dumb shit. Y'all need to stop all that. Like that's not cool. It's not
Yeah.
alright. And then these motherfuckers. That's what I used to always tell my son, nigga. You think the shit that you do in this house, you can't go outside this motherfucking house because you'll fucking gonna get hurt.
At all.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta let your kids know that shit. The shit that
Yeah.
you think flying in this house ain't flying the fuck outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gonna fuck around and get hurt.
Yeah.
So listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to these lessons that you get in this safe haven.
Right,
So
right.
when you go
I'm
out there and the
protecting you.
motherfucker don't give a fuck about you,
Yeah.
all bets is off.
All bet for sure, for
You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
And you just
Yeah.
gotta.
I don't know, man.
He said, Cal, you already know these niggas goofy.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. What's up? Hey, Tim, you already know, man. You know what
Don't speak to him.
I mean, you already
Don't
know,
speak
man.
to him.
And it's crazy.
Don't speak to
Why?
him.
Why?
That's
That's my big homie, man. I mean, like
Bye to him.
I come from an era where, man, like everybody know, like I used to be out here reckless ass young nigga, like not even reckless, just when shit went down, I was the person that like, yo, man, I'm gonna handle that, dog. I don't even worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But I had respect though. I always respect my elders. I always respect older guys that been in the game before me because I know they can teach me something. You dig what I'm saying? So I always respect them. No disrespect, never disrespect them. Always was the cool one with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at times when I felt as though like, you know what, I'm fed up. You know what I mean? I got out here on bullshit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But
And it's so crazy because sometimes I look at, like I said, I look at people. Sometimes I'm like, yo, this person is on some goofy shit or on some dumb shit.
right.
And then it's like, damn, like sometimes you see people get killed and you be like, this motherfucker was out here in the way. And that's some sad shit to see
say, right?
because you be like, damn,
Yeah.
like you know this motherfucker was out here in the way. You know what I mean? Terrorizing other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Doing shit to other motherfuckers. So it's like, damn, that's sort of inevitable because you was out here on some in the way ass goofy shit. You know what I mean? It's just no winning. It's just
Live by
like
the gun, you die by the gun. You hear me? Like I say it all the time. Like niggas, I couldn't. It's crazy. I know so many people that got killed due to streets. You know what I'm saying? So I just know one thing for sure and two things for certain. If you out here in the streets and you shooting niggas and robbing niggas and taking money and doing your thing, you're going to die by that. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. There's no other ways out of it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, man. People going, ain't nobody going to change. The only way you're going to change is if you want change. You dig what I'm saying? So if
I
you
feel
don't
like
want
we
to
too
change,
deep. I
you
feel
know
like
what I'm
we're
saying?
too deep in for people to change.
Yeah,
That's
right,
why my main focus is these kids.
right.
Because they the upcoming and we they have a chance.
We need to structure their
You know what I
brains.
mean?
You dig what
We
I'm
can
saying?
still give them some structure.
Yeah, for
These
sure.
other motherfuckers, they just out here
They
all
stuck in their ways already.
no, it's just crazy.
If a nigga came up when we came up, right, and he's still out here doing the same shit he was doing when we came up, he's a damn fool.
In a way.
In a way, man. Like you don't got nothing. You get. I don't respect them type of dudes, man.
And then
If
you
it
got
was
families at home.
It was 1999, 98, and you was out here on the corners hustling, selling coke, and it's 2019, and you still out here hustling and selling coke. Something ain't right, dog. Like, hold on, dog. Like, you gotta at least think, like, hold on, dog. I've been doing this shit for 20 years, and in these 20 years, you dig what I'm saying? I done made money, lost money, made money, lost money. I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, and I've been down. But when do you sit back and like, you know what? This shit ain't for me no more. I'm gonna go get me a 9 to 5, dog, so I can stay out here with my kids. I mean, niggas don't be thinking like that though. Niggas think I'm gonna get it. No, I know for a fact the hustle ain't in me no more. As bad as sometimes, like, you know what?
And it's like as hard as you gotta hustle, you might
What?
as well fucking work.
You ain't never lied.
Or get your own business, have your own business, that's
Yeah.
fine too. But listen,
Especially now though. See, back in the day, hustling was different.
listen,
You
do you
know
know how
what I'm
many
saying?
wings I used to get back
You
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
listen, I used to
Right.
go, can you find me a wing?
Yeah,
Like
you
back
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
day.
Back in the
Because
day,
it used to
like,
be popping back in
yeah,
the
back
day.
in the day
Now,
was popping. And then see niggas had morals and respect level was different. You dig what I'm saying? Back in the day, like, all right, we out here, you out here, we all getting money. Like, I'm gonna use Logan for example, because I was up there, that's a part of my heart too, Logan Valley. So 11th Street, Mervine Street, 12th Street, Camac Street, 13th Street, Cortland, Wyoming, Lindley. Everybody got money. You dig what I'm saying? And they was on this block, he was on this block. And everybody got money, man. You know what I'm saying? It was different. I mean, you know, even down my hood, down north.
it ain't even no money out
There
here.
ain't no money out here no more. You out here fighting for crumbs.
I'm talking like I said. Shit.
No, but it ain't. It's over. Like you gotta know when to fold them, man. You dig what I'm saying? And these young niggas, the only way you gonna get some money is you go down Kennedy and pick up that dope. You know what I mean? That's the only way you gonna get some money because there's money down there. That's why it's like it is now. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta risk going down there and getting your head blew off,
Yep.
getting into somebody's indictment. Now you going to the feds with a nigga you just met and shook his hand today. Now you about to do 10 years for conspiracy. You know what I mean? So it's just different, man.
Yeah, so
Different now, man.
we gotta start with the kids,
The
people.
kids is a definite. The
I
kids is a
believe
must.
the children are
Our
future. Teach them
well,
well,
let them lead the way.
Show them all the beauty they possess
inside.
That's Glee Club right there. That's Glee Club right there, for real. He's still Glee Club. He was the one who tried to take over the soul. I'm like, all right, we
Like,
see.
we got you, bro.
We said encore. We said
That was that work, though.
I decided long ago. Like, oh, my bad.
oh
man, but real shit,
You gotta
man.
help
Like,
these kids, man.
these
They
kids
really
are
got no
much,
direction,
man.
dog.
See, I'm starting with my kids, man.
How
Got
old are
to.
your kids? What's your oldest kid?
My oldest kid is 21.
Okay.
I mean,
Mine's 20.
my oldest kid is 21.
What's your oldest kid?
24.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about it, man, me and my son beef. My bro know. Man, this little nigga beef to the point of like, I don't have to put my hands on him, you know what I mean? But he done got shot. You know what I mean? And everything I tell him not to do,
You do it.
that's what he want to do. You
Do
dig
you
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
after he got shot, that didn't change anything?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, man, sometimes make them even more
The crazy thing,
crazy.
no, you know what's crazy?
Right.
You know, they like, I got shot, I'm here.
Right.
Right now, he got his job, he's working, but these all the things I was telling him to do
Before that shit,
before
right?
this even happened.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, I had cut him off. I that's what I did. Like, I'm like, you know what, dog? I'm done with you, nigga, because you acting crazy. You know everything I've been doing in life. I mean, so if you want to follow my footsteps, nigga, you a fool for that. I mean, so I just cut him off completely. Like, I stopped answering his phone calls, wasn't talking to him, and I told his mom the same thing. Like, yo, listen, we got to let him see that this is not what he wants. You know what I'm saying? First, she would keep catering to him, but then we got on one accord. Like, yo, listen, he always put us against each other. He come to you, tell you shit, come to me, tell you shit. We at each other's neck, and he throwing him.
Right.
We ain't doing that no
It
more.
was
Yo.
a hurt piece to him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was sick.
I know he
After
was.
me and her was like this,
Uh-huh.
and he couldn't call her and say, my dad. And I ain't trying to hear that shit. What your mom say? I'm with her.
Right.
She was the same way. I said, yo, listen, don't give me no more money. He's a grown man now. He's doing grown man shit, right? He don't want to listen to nothing we gotta say. Cut him off.
Mm-hmm.
We both cut him off. So now he's starting to get his stuff together. He be 21, he's 20.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's starting to get himself together. So, you know, now
And you know
I
what's
pick
funny?
up the phone. Yo, what's up, boy?
I just had to show my son some tough love too.
Right.
Cause see, my son is a pretty good kid. I can't take that from him. He go to school, has 3 jobs at once, and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. But his mouth is crazy. He was
Right.
raised by females. His mouth is crazy.
He talk
And I
shit.
can't take that shit. That shit is like, you know how like when you're a female, you can't take the I can't do it. So I was like, no, he went to go visit his grandma one day.
Right.
By the time he got back, see, I be fucking with niggas to get on my nerves. By the time he got back, the motherfucking locks was changed.
Yeah.
So he like, yeah.
I can't get in.
Listen, the locks was changed, bro. So I eventually was like, you gotta go because I can't have you in here being disrespectful. Like I'm a female, like, and I'm a rough mom. Like I used to make this nigga. I ain't gonna play with you because I like you want to treat me like somebody in the street talk crazy, but I'm gonna show you what I do to niggas. Like I torture niggas all that. So I used to, you know, mix with other like I gotta do what I gotta do. Shit, I don't got time to go around.
No, that's how I gotta be, man.
But put some out. So next day he said he coming back because it never happened before. I can't come. I said no, can't deal with it. Every day he asks me, Mom, can I come back? Mom, I'm not ready yet. Yo, one day he told me, Mom, it's been 2 weeks. Like, cause see, what you fella realizes, home was
You know,
coming.
your mommy, you mommy of the, mommy the boy, mama.
Oh,
What the fuck is the joint you watching? The Shy.
Oh, the
Oh,
shower.
that's
I'm
son
gonna
up.
watch it.
Oh yeah, when she
Like,
knocked him out, you like, Mom, let
She
me
like, you
in.
gotta find your own apartment. You like,
Yeah.
where I stay at?
You like,
And
Mom,
his
you never
bathroom,
did
right?
this to me before.
Tough
I'm
love,
like,
man.
listen, I'm
Right.
tired. Like, I don't got it in me no more. Like, I don't have the energy.
That's how
I'm
you
tired.
gotta do him.
I know he's safe because I know where he's at. He's at my mom's house, and I know
Right.
that's where he's going. But I need you to know, home is comfortable. See, I
Yeah.
work overnight. So that motherfucker probably
So
in all
you
types
in
of
there
parties
doing
and all that
it,
other kind
yeah.
of stuff. You don't hear that right there. You don't hear what that freedom and all that shit.
You want it back in yet?
Huh?
You let it back yet?
No. Yeah, he can't come back because he was getting smart. See, what the plan was, I didn't tell him, but I said I was going to let him come back to school because he goes to something. So I was going to let him come back to school because I know the comfort of home, or whatever. I wanted you to be focused when in school. Because he read and everything. He did whatever he did, but he always put school first. He's like, I read, but I'm off when you know, and I respect that about him.
Right.
I mean, school always comes first. It trumps everything with him. But I was like, all right, so he real smart, focused and all that. So I said, you know, I'm gonna let him come home to school. But then the nigga started talking shit again. So I'm like, oh, you got me fucked up. Like, you don't know me that well. Like, 20 years apparently is not long enough for you to know somebody. So since you don't know me that, you don't know how I get down. When he used to be 8 years old, he just smart. I thought he was the sewer hole. You got me fucked up, bro. Your favorite pair of pants, they went right in that sewer hole. You know, I'm telling you, I don't play.
Boys is
Yeah,
different, man.
Listen.
Boys is hard headed, man. I don't, man.
My son was 11.
My
so I
son
ain't-
was,
yeah,
but he
yeah,
was
yeah,
always
I'm
like
getting
it.
prepared for that bullshit.
Yeah,
You
right.
can say, don't go around the corner.
He's going.
He gotta go to see why you told him not to go. He gotta like just trust me. I'm telling you, it's dangerous around here. I'm telling you not to go to the
He was the same way though. We was two.
I was
Three boys though. You
was.
female. There's a difference.
I was. I had to learn on my own. Like I ain't old. That's why I got into all the shit I got into. My mom used to be like, "Don't do it, son. Please, and plead with me." But my fucking dad was just a criminal. My dad was a street nigga. My dad was like the ultimate street nigga. He got a lot of money, then he started using drugs and everything that he said. I'm like, man, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? So I chose that side of life. You dig what I'm saying? And when I chose that side of life, that shit was a downfall. You know what I'm saying? Everything I started doing, I started catching cases, getting locked up, getting shot, this and that. I'm like, damn. And my mom just sitting there. She ain't never say I told you so. She just like, whenever you ready to be done, you'll be done. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And that's the scary part too, because like I used to always tell my friend who was murdered, I used to like, he'd be like, yo, name. And I'm not gonna lie, I know this is about violence, and he told me some things he did in the street. They used to tell me things that they did in the street because they knew it wasn't going to front. And it used to be so bad that I used to have nightmares.
Like,
and I used to be like, I'm going to hell for the shit that I know. Like, God just gonna take me like, bitch, you guilty by association because you're nuts. But anyway, he was like, you know, all the shit he done in the streets and stuff like that. He was like, I'm done. And I used to always tell him, be careful, because just because you're done with the streets don't mean that the streets is done with you.
at all.
You know what I mean?
Everything come back and get you, man.
Your rep that you got, even though that you might be done and it ain't happening again, somebody might still remember the person who you were and think that's the person that you still is.
Yep, and that's why I be saying that to this day. Like I tell everybody, like, yo, I know I'm done with the streets, but what? Just because I'm done, that don't mean the nigga that I was going through something with 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it might not be done in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everybody that I ever had any type of encounter with, I always try to make it my business to right my wrongs. Like, hey, yo, bro, listen. I done did that to a few guys. Bro, remember that time we was at that joint? I'm like, yo, that's the boy that shot. Remember we was at that Lyrics Lounge joint? It was me, you, I think it was me, you, Bella. We was at that Lyrics Lounge joint. And I'm like, yo, that's the boy right there that shot me. Was that you there? What you there with me that
No,
night?
we probably ran down there.
Somewhere.
No.
Yo, like, I walked up on the boulevard.
Yeah.
Remember that time we was in there that night? And I'm like, hey, yo, bro, I'll be right back. We gonna holler at this nigga.
Yeah.
I went over there like, yo, like, look, man, when we went through, nigga, I was young, I popped him and all that. When we went through, dog, like, that shit over with, right? Like, he like, no, he like, man, I see what you doing, dog. I ain't on none of that, man. I got a kid. I'm like, me too. I got family, wife, blah, blah, blah. We shook hands. All right, my nigga. And now he be on my page all the time. Yo, Kel, what's up? I'm like, yo, what up, Brody? What's the deal, homie? Like, I just be trying to right my wrongs, man. If anybody I ever had any nonsense with, I mean, you too old for that shit, man. I ain't got time to be ducking and dodging. I got my kids all in the wheel. I like to ride in my car safe. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I can't carry no pistol. I'm a convicted felon. I ain't trying to get caught with no gun. I get caught with a gun, I do 25 years in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't on that at all.
So clearly the gum has ran out of flavor.
Yes, all the way.
I've been talking.
This shit tastes like wax now. You
Wait, you threw this away a long time ago? So you should have gave me a little extra piece. I still got mine.
I just do mine away.
I'm about to throw mine away. So I got a couple more crackers and then I'm going to throw it out.
That shit over with.
So give everybody your handle.
Hey yo, you can follow me on every social media network at except Fat Boy FATBOI_Stern. On Facebook it's Mikel MIKL Davis in parentheses Fat Boy Stern. Everything else is Fat Boy Stern. Any social media outlet, any site, emails, mbu.fatboystern@gmail.com. Everything Fat Boy Stern with an I too, not a Y.
You want to give your handle? Or?
Yeah, man, they can't see me, but
They gonna see you.
on
This
this.
this the nigga who bought the Rosa Parks Avenue after she died.
On Facebook, my name is Andre Perone. ANDREPERON. And on Instagram is Mean Mug Bug. But the mug is 2 G's and the bug is 2 G's. So that's what we got. And we got MBU Records and Studios.
Oh, NBU.
And the studio's over.
There you go.
Yeah, I ain't got my shit on the day.
Nothing but
Studios
us,
over, we
man.
open for business.
You know what I mean?
Come holler at us.
Come
Hookah
down, man.
Lounge, bring your own bottle. Liquor joint at the
Let's
bottom.
talk
of
with
the
Fat Boy Stir
Major
podcast. You know what I mean?
Let's talk
You
with
out
Fat
here
Boy
doing
Stir.
that.
Yeah, you can come on my joint
You was
anytime.
talking about.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright,
we be in our
I was
bag.
doing.
Let's talk. with
Listen,
Fat Boy
follow
Stir.
all of my pages, okay?
Right.
So on here I have these two. I have Talking with Tahnia, which is this page, and I also have my sex toys, which is Tahnia's Treasures, and I also have my women empowerment, which is which is Treasure Women. But on IG,
Right.
Tahnia's World. My shit all over the place. I'm going.
All
Hit up
type of
Tahnia. It ain't a whole bunch of Tahnias.
Tahnias.
The other Tahnia,
World.
I know her. I was named after her. Just follow me under Tahnia's World or my Women Empowerment Treasured_women. So make sure y'all follow me. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I didn't call in this time, which is surprising, but it's okay. We can still
We'll be
continue the
back,
conversation if y'all want to. They said they're coming back.
Shit ain't over.
They coming back.
It ain't over.
Cause we gonna have a sex talk one day.
Oh yeah, we all this.
I'm definitely here.
They ain't ready though.
Who ain't?
See, they ain't ready. See, once I get into my profession, they not ready.
Nah,
I'm
she ain't ready. No, listen here. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later because I don't even want to, you know what I mean?
So make sure y'all follow us. Make sure you share this video. If you know any prevention techniques, if you know anything you want to do, anything, whatever we need to know, just make sure that you let us know. So I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank everybody for tuning in, and I will see y'all not next Monday, but the Monday afterward. And I don't know what we're talking about. You know, what you talking about? If you think I'm gonna say these two, he got another thing coming. All right, y'all, we out.
Out. Man, like, this is that
Yo, he can hear me still, bro. We on this.